You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
And we are bike, dog.
Yay.
We bike.
With good audio,
We bike.
good visual.
We bike.
We return.
I didn't count down George because why not? Who cares? It's just the last episode. We chilling today.
Yeah, it's been a long year, my nigga. But we cooked it. We cooked it, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in front of the motherfucking mic with the baking soda, like, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. And we've been doing it all year, god damn it. Long run. Long run.
That can be a new thing.
Podcast Puffy. Can't stop, won't stop.
Never will stop.
Never. Even though I don't really fuck with Bad Boy like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what? You know what the beauty of hip hop is?
What
You
is?
cannot fuck with Bad Boy, not fuck with Death Row, and still fuck with everything that is Death Row and Bad Boy, and anything else in between. We talking about Rockefeller. We talking about Wu-Tang. We talking about Griselda. Them nasty niggas. We talking about everything in between, before and after. The after will probably be better in terms of us being a part of it, but that's different.
Yeah, that's perspective. That's smart shit. Use your brain. I like that.
I like to sometimes.
You're not gonna use it next year, but it's cool. It's nice. It's a nice way to cap. It's a nice way to cap though. I feel it.
If I can connect just 2 more sales than I had this year, we on to something.
But you're killing them right now.
It's just a cigarette.
That's what I'm saying. You
The
killing them
liquor
right
is
now.
killing it, not this.
Yes, they both are.
Well, that's you too.
Poison.
Who are you, sir? You want to switch it up this day? You want to go first? You want to switch it up?
Dude, should we?
It's the last episode of the year. Who gives a fuck?
Okay. I am the one and only motherfucking Jose Ortega, hailing from the home of bitchin' tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealings, also known as the one and only Tito Lee. Walk!
The one.
Also known as Zay Mysterio.
Yes, sir.
Also known as Lil O. You feel me? I'm coming soon. All mumble raps. It's gonna be
No
fire.
icebox.
Like, no icebox, no stove, no freezers, no refrigerator, nigga. Free shells, nigga. That's what it
Shit
is.
raw.
It's shit raw, nigga. It's a house hanging and it's already burnt down. That's what that shit is. You feel me?
With it.
You know what I mean? AKA Overtime Ortega. AKA 2023 Space Ghost. I'm gonna go another year ahead on you niggas because I'm already there. I'm God level in this
Just mean
bitch.
we
You know what I'm
always in
saying?
the future.
You know, and also, if you didn't know, there's Hove, there's Fly God, and then there's Pod God. Praise the Holy Trinity. God damn it, we in this bitch. Who the fuck are you, sir?
Well, I bees, if you don't know, you won't know. The one and only nigga with desert dick hanging from them dark desert holes in Valhalla.
Disgusting.
Busy 9-3. For those of you that don't know, you won't know. I'm here to tell you I'm the Kango Don, a.k.a. the Carolina Toe Sucker, a.k.a. the Crooked Court Jester, a.k.a. the Crooked, what is it? The Crooked Court Jester and the Nazi Daughter Slayer. Oh, my God.
Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slave.
I think I like it better that way.
The way I just said it?
Yeah.
Because that's the way it's supposed to be said.
I think we know that.
Wow.
Bloopers. All right.
No, that's live. that shit happened, yo.
Hey, look, Captain Dr. Science. Without my motherfucking coat, I got my motherfucking black T-shirt on and my PRPS because it is
first.
a casual day. No, I shouldn't have. You know why?
This shit got you all fucked
No.
up.
You know why it doesn't? You know why it doesn't? Because it's so casual, I can talk about it in my regular casual clothes. I don't need no lab coat. I don't need no lizards. I don't need no aliens.
Nigga, you wear black tee every week.
Sometimes I have my chest hairs out.
It's gross, but still.
Some people like it. Yeah, that ain't for you, nigga.
Yeah, but I gotta look at you.
Hey, look,
Anyway.
nigga, we back. We shouldn't switch that up. I don't. No. No, we shouldn't do that.
No, see, had you fucked up.
We shouldn't switch that up.
Episode
I go
186,
first.
Millennials
Yeah.
podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. That's how it's supposed to be done. Because
Yeah.
I knew
He brings it in.
you forgot the
Yeah.
whole bitch. You were just gonna go ahead and talk.
He does it.
Look at you now. Look at you. Look at you fumbling around now.
I didn't know I was bestowed with such responsibility, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, nigga, this is hard work, nigga. What you think? Like this is such a grind that in the future, if my wife wanted to rob me like Dr. Dre's wife didn't try to rob him, I wouldn't be surprised because that's when you know you made it.
Well,
That's when you know you made it. When you know and somebody is waking up with a team of people and they know that all their mission is in life is going to be to rob you until they've robbed you. That's when you know you've made it, according to Chris Rock. And I believe that may be true.
is that true for the individual or is that true for the situation? I think that's special when we talk about a Chris Rock and especially a Dre, Dr. Dre to be specific.
Oh, he's been made it. He's been made it 3 times. Oh.
AKA Mr. Divorced as fuck.
Yeah. Freed Dr. Dre. Salute. Because, goddamn it, just seeing them divorce proceedings that we've even talked about and saw as they were, man.
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
It wasn't even in my wallet and it hurt my pockets. Like, I ain't even have it and it hurt my feelings.
I don't even know what it's like to have that much money. But I know what it's like when someone's stolen $200 from me and I wanted to hunt that motherfucker down and murder them. So we talking about millions of what I would believe would be undue.
I gotta pay you to rob me.
Yeah. And I gotta pay
you to rob me.
Yeah. And I gotta pay for your lawyers too since I lost. So like,
yeah, I'm divorced as fuck.
Yeah.
With these fucking balloons.
But it's over now.
God.
But it's over now, bro. I think that shit was the reason why he passed out. That's stress on the soul, bro.
Yeah.
You know you just got you ain't even been a billionaire that long, my nigga, for real. You ain't even had $1 billion of that long.
As soon as you get it, she talking about, you know what, nigga? Actually, I need half.
Yep. Fuck you, I'm out. And it's like, what? Yeah, that hurt.
I don't know the ins and outs of that story. I don't think we ever have really talked about the ins and outs of that story.
I don't know why. I don't care to know why.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it matters.
I'm just saying it's nasty as fuck.
It is.
That's just nasty.
It is. It's more so that it's just nasty.
Even me. I think of it like this.
Even if you did it to a girl. I know women. I know grown ass women who got men or are paying men. Stop it.
Look, fam. I'm gonna look at it like I look at it like this. If you've been married to somebody for 20 plus years, y'all been through some highs, y'all been through some lows, some dark times, some great times. It takes a lot to be together 20-something years.
Even a year.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about 20 of them hoes.
You know what I mean? So, the way I see it is, for somebody like Dre, who for a long period of time was completely dormant as to, he may have been doing shit, but we had no idea what the fuck he was doing. Yeah. So, I would look at him as a very discreet person. So, if a divorce were to occur, and I would feel like if it was on both sides a mutual thing, we wouldn't, even if it was as grimy as it was, say the same griminess occurred, we probably wouldn't have known until we saw divorced as fuck. But I feel like when you push, or you at least have your lawyers push to do nasty ass shit like this, and it goes public.
Well, they're not your lawyers when you're paying them to go against you.
No,
not your lawyers.
No, not Dre's. Well, technically they were.
He was paying them,
but
to
rob him
more money. Yeah, he paid niggas to rob him.
But here's the thing: if I'm just a young family friend, and I show up to his grandmama funeral and shit a couple months ago, where he was served them papers at the funeral to pay more money. If I'm just a family friend, bro, and I'm just trying to pay my respects to grandma, that's it. And I see that shit, I'm like, yo, that shit grimy as fuck. Oh, I'm tweeting it. I just seen a nasty ass, like, these nasty motherfucking lawyers and pulled out the motherfucking subpoena on Dre in front of his grandmama casket. Cause that shit wild. If I have a mutual respect for you, I'm at least gonna be like, yo, I know you need to serve them papers and they in regards to me and they need to be processed whenever and shit. But that nigga grieving right now. Get him at home. I think when he at the crib. The type of person. You know what I mean? Don't do that shit.
The type of person. But, I think we talked about that when that happened, if I remember correctly. And I remember saying, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. The type of person that's gonna walk up to Dre and serve him with a subpoena in that situation, they ain't like us.
No.
Because we would read the room and be like, even if we were unfortunately tasked with that, we would read the room and be like, I'll give it a day. Not today. Hey, you know what? Yeah. Yo, Court, you know you told me to do that? Yeah. That. No.
No, if I did have to follow a nigga to serve him some papers because I seen him, I'm like, oh, shit. And I had to follow him. And I see him pull up to a funeral. And that's the only place I'm like, I can get him. I'm calling my boss. I'm like, yo, I can't do this.
I don't even feel right running up to you before you get up there. I'm like, much less after or during.
And you could even, boss could ask me like, yo, who died? Is his family friend? I don't know, nigga, but he had a funeral. I don't feel good about that shit.
Dr. Dre has contributed too much to my life sonically and emotionally for me to do that with a straight face.
Facts. But even if I don't give a fuck, that shit just nasty.
I feel like you have to not give a fuck to do that.
But I'm saying ethically, that's nasty. Like, dog, there's this.
Well, yeah, if you a certain type of person.
We all know that phrase, there's a time and a place.
Facts.
There's a time and a place to serve a subpoena. There's many times where you can't not serve a subpoena, but in those moments, don't serve a subpoena. Let that shit.
Let it rock.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let it rock, give it a day. My nigga.
Give it a day. Catch that nigga at work.
That's one of my favorite things Drake's have ever. Drake's. One of my favorite things Drake has ever said in any song that I took to heart was, I think it was some song where he said something about, nigga, give it 3 days. He called his mama. He called his mama on the track. His mama said, give it 3 days. Then he rapped about giving it 3 days and how he felt. And when I heard that, I said, God damn it, you know what? Sometimes you just got to give it 3 days. Sometimes that's just the adult thing to do. Give it 3 days.
No, sometimes I'm going to get fired. So I need to serve this bitch, but I'm not going to serve her the day of the funeral.
That's what I mean by, give it 3 days. If you're tasked with that morning, you wake up and you pull up to what you think is gonna be his known location, and you see that's the move, that's the energy, that's the shit he got going on and he's on. If you got any respect for that man as a man, fuck the celebrity. Why do that then?
See, like I said, I'm waiting till the next day. If I were tasked with this terrible thing, and I would be like, yeah, I know it's you, bro. I don't want to do this because I know where you was at yesterday. I
can't pull up on you at the funeral.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't pull up on you at the funeral, but here you go. You know what it is. Sorry. I would ask for an autograph or a picture, but I know it's not the time. Sorry.
You definitely can't serve a nigga and ask for an autograph.
Nah. Especially
Kanye, maybe. Just because I'd want the picture with the look on his face. Like,
why would you want a picture with Kanye?
Just because if I was serving him.
You would hug him, wouldn't you?
No, I'm saying if I was serving him. If I was serving Kanye West.
You would do one of these with him?
If I was serving Kanye West a subpoena. It's to fuck up any goodwill I have with good music in the future. If I'm ever serving any subpoena to Kanye for whatever reason, I'm in that universe where I'm serving subpoenas. The last thing.
Earth 24.
I don't know what that means. The last thing I'm going to do is not ask him for a picture after I give it to him. Because if I give it to him, Hey, you already seen me, nigga. You can at least help me out. I'm doing my job. You doing yours. I mean, you just out and about. That's kind of you doing your job, right?
If you did that,
That's
if you
trivial, but whatever.
In the Earth 24 District 93rd in universe, and that happened to occur, and you get the picture with him, would you want to or not wear a MAGA hat? And if you did, would you be purposely trolling him? Or would you be like, yeah, I fuck with you, Kanye?
I feel like in that universe, I definitely got the MAGA hat on and I'm trolling him. In that universe, I'm more Republican than I am in this one. And I'm like, I'm like frat boy here. You know what I'm saying? In my head.
In Earth 24.
This is what, 661? 364?
I guess.
It's either the one in Rick and Morty or the one in Marvel. I think it's 661.
I smoke weed, so I start my numbers at 1. So
it's a multiverse, nigga.
Yeah, so I feel if I'm in this theory right now,
okay, yeah,
I'm in Earth 1.
Okay, if we're going from this is our multiverse, then we're in Earth 1. So from Earth 1, if I was in Earth 2, I'd imagine I would probably lean into the trolling a bit more, especially if I was going out of the way to pose for pictures with celebrities that are also celebrities in this universe. I'm not missing my moment to sell MAGA hats.
You be Daniel 93rd.
I'm not missing my moment to sell MAGA hats, and I'm not missing my moment to motherfucking put them on the heads of celebrities that are willing to support it, sell more.
So you would be willingly Kanye in Earth 2? You would be Kanye in Earth 2?
Probably a little more willing than I am now, considering the multiverse is a different variant.
So you like 40% Kanye in this universe. But in Earth 2...
And that one, I'm like 55, 60, 65.
Nah, and you talking about Earth 2, you more Republican and you like really pro-Kanye. You like 85, 90% Republican, if not 100%.
See, Kanye never really had a real thing going with the political shit, so I can't be 100%.
He gonna run again.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna win.
He wasn't gonna win the last time.
He ain't gonna have... Okay, also, when he run again, though, he ain't gonna have no more support than he had before. Look, Kanye is never going to get to the position. Look, I hope this podcast runs another 30 fucking years so when we're 60, you niggas can tell me I'm crazy. I want to see if Kanye West will really fucking go lean into this whole thing he's got going with compounds and people and wanting to change everything. I think the niggas just, he's gonna do some of it, but I don't think it'll be as effective. I think damn sure not gonna be president of the fucking United States.
He's gonna be in a nut house.
Or dead.
I don't think he'd be dead. I think he'd be in a nut house.
I think he'll be dead before he's in a nut house, only because I think Kanye is the type of nigga to be like, you know what? No, we not doing that here. And then he get killed by accident.
No, that's like the most tragic version of those like independent movies that come out during Christmas time that nobody really wants to see that aren't blockbusters. I feel like that's kind of that's one of them. But but if I want to, it is fucked up. It's fucked up. But I think if we talking about in reality, I think he would get committed, like really fucking committed.
He's been committed before,
like really good. I think when you really committed, you can't just be like, I don't want to be in here no more. And you just walk out.
They held him for a week.
And then
depending on your situation, they can only hold you for a week or 30 days. That's how 5150s work. They 5150 that nigga. 5150 start out at a week.
He need to be in there way longer than a fucking week.
They end at a month.
I know you saw American Horror Story Asylum, nigga. Crazy. I know you saw Asylum, nigga. He there. Like that. Well, not in that exact situation.
I was saying, that's not really.
That was terrible, but I'm just saying, like,
that's a little drastic.
He need to be in one of those like confinements, like not like he's a criminal, but like, yo, this nigga need help.
See, you know what? If you see the new Spider-Man, maybe you would think that's the type of confinement he needs to be in. I've been on my whole superhero kick as much, if not more, than I've been on my serial killer kick. for horror movies, and oh boy,
You know
I
what?
am a child at heart right now, and I love it. I love every.
This how you know
of
we've
it.
been you're two completely different people.
I don't give a fuck. You're hiding your inner 12-year-old. I'm letting it be.
I'm about to.
You saw everything I saw.
I'm about to.
You just ain't seen everything I seen.
I'm about to let out a pure truth. So as you're going through a superhero kick and you haven't even seen the whole MCU and shit, but seeing Spider-Man movies for the first time,
you don't have to.
I'm just saying. You gotta. You want the whole binge? Nigga, binge it for real.
Oh, nigga, look. Listen. The first thing I can say, if anything, is that movie made me want to go see things that you told me to watch years ago. Why? Because of how they were presented and certain things were done on Netflix and on other networks where it was like, why would you do that? And now it makes me want to go like, yo, what happened? Now I want to go back and watch that. So you right, but you wrong.
Marvel marketing team, if y'all need an intern that y'all want to pay, call me.
Yeah, this guy's pretty good.
I'm just
honestly,
saying.
From being honest.
Just saying. Anyway, I understand, but I went on a kick because I reread Pimp yesterday.
Iceberg. Rest in peace.
I don't know why I just had that feeling. I was like, you know what? I want to read a book today that I've already read.
I got the audio book. I got halfway through it. I read the original way back when, but I've been going through the audio book. I haven't been able to finish it yet.
I kind of feel bad because I found out that the publishing company that owns the book now that I got my copy of it from is owned by Birdman. So
I thought it was Simon Schuster on that shit. Birdman did not buy that part of Simon & Schuster when they sold it.
Birdman owned like the copy.
He owns the hood part of Simon & Schuster.
Yeah. Because I'm about to say like the book covers that I have, I was like, wait.
Birdman. I knew he had his own publishing company.
Yeah.
But Iceberg Slim put out that book way before Birdman was even a thing.
Yeah, but they lost the publishing to and he bought the publishing to it.
Because I know his Simon & Schuster bought it.
Yeah.
Because they owned it. That's the audiobook I bought is from them.
Yeah. And it's now in possession of Birdman.
Shout out to Cash Money Publishing, goddammit.
Because I'm like, because when I going down on my kick, I started watching Iceberg Slim documentaries.
That's always fun.
And then there was one where this particular one, and I was and Birdman and Birdman popped up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we had to keep the books going and everything like that, so we started publishing the books ourselves." And I'm like looking at it, the cover,
I can see that.
the cover, and I'm looking at my cover that's to my right of me. I'm like,
yo, what the fuck? That shit looks
I'm
similar.
like, fuck, I
bought this shit.
I didn't gave this nigga money.
But no, you might have did it when I did it. You might have bought it before it was owned by him. I don't know. I bought the audiobook. The audiobook I bought, it says published by Simon & Schuster.
The cover I have is the same cover that is.
I rented the book from the library, but the actual joint I have is Simon & Schuster.
Like mine doesn't have an image on it really. It just says Pimp and it's in a color. Like,
but it doesn't have no like you got the audiobook or
no? I got the actual
book.
Yeah, book.
See, like I said, I remember renting the book. I don't know where it came from when I rented it, but I know the audio book version that I own is when you play it from the beginning, it says published by Simon & Schuster.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Pimp is green. Like each one of his books is a different color, like one solid color, and and whatever the book title is.
Very simple format with the artwork.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, that's bad.
And that was the redo. That was like the first redo. Those simple joints. That was like the first remake of the book because the original shit had like really intricate artwork, I think.
Yeah, because it was almost like a blaxploitation film, like movie posters. You know what I mean? But
I remember the original cover of Pimp was very intricate, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a recovery that I saw, but it was older. The version I'm talking about is older than us.
Fun fact for all of you people, The first Iceberg Slim book I actually read was The Con, and I stole it from my sister. And I do not
Didn't even know it was Iceberg Slim.
Nope. I read that.
That was by the time he was writing like novels.
Yeah,
that wasn't even about pimping no more. That was just crime novel shit.
Yeah, so when people started, people in school started getting hip to like the urban fiction books and shit, I'm like, shit, that shit I read.
Why we ain't studying this shit?
Yeah, I was like, yo, that shit I read. Nigga. That shit was real, nigga. It was like that shit was real life.
The
like,
fuck is we talking about?
I'm
Tom
like,
Sawyer.
Right, I'm like, fuck yo, this shit real, nigga. And then I read Pimp years later, and I'm like, this shit is more real than that. My God.
The audio version, I don't know if
shit. You got the audio version where he's actually speaking?
That's what I think it is. The audio book version that I got, I think is actually him. Cause if it's not him, it's a nigga emulating either what I remember to be his voice or just doing that type of voice that good enough to where it's like it drags you in, bro. I'm gonna talk about myself crying a lot about on this episode, but nigga, God. I cried on like chapter 2 of that shit. Cause the audio book is different from when you read it, you know, you like, oh shit. When you listening to it, being told to you and the nigga talking with that inflection, hit you different.
I feel it. I definitely feel it. Like, it's a grimy book, but I think every person that's of a decent age should read it. Like,
you over the age of
14.
I was gonna say. You over the age of 14, you need to hear or read the book Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
13 may be a little too early, depending on the kid. But
14 maybe. You put it like if you 14 and you in the if you 14 and you lived in the hood.
Yeah.
If you okay, yeah, no, it is kind of a coming of age thing.
But I think when you 13,
see,
you just
then
horny.
I'd say 16.
But no, when I'm saying when you 13, you was just like mad horny, nigga. You going through puberty.
But if a 13-year-old listens to that book, you're not gonna be. If that's not your life or similar to it, you ain't gonna be able to. You gonna be like, what?
Nah.
It's gonna sound like a horror flick.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to relate to that shit. Like
14 maybe.
At that. I mean, when I say relate, I mean relate in the sense that not parallel to what you might feel, but like you won't be able to.
You'd probably
grasp.
You'd probably
maybe
glorify
the
pimping.
Danger that nigga was in.
Yeah, you probably get the glorification of pimping when it's not a glorification of pimping.
That nigga was in very serious, very real danger.
Yeah,
all pretty much every corner he turned, it seemed.
Via pimping.
Even before pimping.
Like pimping is a
he
hard
learned
life.
Pimping to survive.
Yeah.
Nigga, like that was the survival tactic.
But it was like he got hip to it being in the pen, and it's like, yo, like how you get hip to wanting to be a pimp? You gotta be a certain type of nigga to want to be a pimp.
As a nigga that's
like a real pimp. Like not what Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. I mean, I not Ice Cube, but Ice-T emulate as pimping, but like a real pimp.
I think they know a little bit more than maybe some of your average niggas.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a super the pimp. Like we talking about like you was a
real
real
pimp. When it's your
pimp.
life.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't bishop,
life,
nigga.
You know
no,
what I mean?
they wouldn't bishop.
You know what I'm saying? You pulling up in a new old school caddy every single week. You know, I mean every year, nigga, with a brand new bitch.
No, you
nigga,
right, every week.
With a stable of bitches.
Every other week.
Not just
week.
You not just black, but you had white bitches.
Peel a nigga bitch or two.
You had Asian bitch. You had all slew of hoes. So yeah, that's a light nigga. You gotta be a certain type of bro.
I think that's what. This is completely off topic.
You know what type of nigga that it just takes to just manage 2 women? Shit.
That's what I was about to get into. I think that's where what I'm about to talk about is taken from. Remember that scene in Pootie Tang where it was like Pootie was a kid and all the little bitches, all the bitches in the hood was like, Pootie, oh my God.
Little Pootie.
They was throwing tricycles out the window and shit at the nigga because he was like 5, but he was putting it down on them bitches.
Yeah,
remember that shit?
That bitch was heartbroken, nigga. Like she was
I think there's a connection. Because
connection between Pootie Tang.
Yeah.
All right, go.
I think That's a clear connection to show how motherfuckers sometimes get it twisted. Iceberg Slim, if you listen to that story of Pimp, them first couple chapters even, if you read the whole book, but if you first, I want to say chapter 1 through 4, when he's a kid, Pootie Tang just exaggerates that shit.
Yeah, he was very.
It just exaggerates that shit. So when you see the bitch throwing the tricycle out the window, I feel like that's a little Iceberg influence there. That's Chris like tip of the hat. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Chris probably read Pimp too.
Yeah, he was in the documentary that was.
I ain't even know that. Oh yeah, they did make a documentary. They made a documentary when that nigga was still alive.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They made a couple documentaries with him when he was alive.
Man. Yo, look up Iceberg Slim, man.
Yeah, Iceberg Slim was dope, man. Like, it's good shit, good shit.
How was I trying to connect it to Spider-Man? I almost did somehow.
I don't know.
Not with the pimping thing. I
mean, what universe is it that Spider-Man is a pimp? Spider Pimp.
You can call it the noir universe, or you can call it the 2099 universe. But I feel, or the one
like
with
a slew of spider hoes.
No, not a pimp necessarily, but I believe.
Yeah, you got to have the web hat, like the red webbed hat, like the pimp hat and shit. Even with the black symbiote. With the red and blue mink. Oh, that shit's hard.
Even when the symbiote get on him, though, you gotta think. Remember Bully McGuire?
Yeah.
Remember Bully McGuire? Spider-Man 3?
But
boy came out dancing up the street,
but
shitting on niggas. Remember that shit?
That shit was nasty.
Remember that?
His name was Toby, but whatever.
No, but that was Bully McGuire, nigga. Remember that?
All I'm saying is this. We talking about pimping Super Spider-Man with the mask and shit, red mask and shit like normal. But got the motherfucking like the blue pimp hat with the web, you know what I'm saying? Red and blue mink.
Comic book accurate.
Red suit, you know what I'm saying? Red suit, nigga. With the black and red croc gators and shit.
Pimping.
That shit would be ill. That shit would be ill. I'm just saying. Spider Pimp. That should be hard. You know what? Any of you
Spider Gwen is the bottom bitch.
Yeah.
Spider Gwen is the bottom bitch.
If any of you listeners out there do sketches and shit, you know what I mean? We can't draw for shit. If you do a sketch of that, send it to us.
Ooh.
That shit would be hard.
Ain't nobody did that.
Ain't nobody did that.
Never
seen that shit.
That's hard.
I would get that mirrored on the side of my house.
Like, hey, look, you see that spot right up there? I don't know if you can see that in frame. See that spot up there right next to Goku and or Venom? Says, hey, yo, if you want to put that up, let me know.
He don't own his property. I do. I will spray.
Like $10 posters, nigga. I'm just hanging them up because it look cool.
Nigga, that's
and
hard.
I love Venom.
Spider
and the
Pimp.
Joker.
That's my idea. My beer gone. Like
I got a beer.
I got another one, but the bottle opener all the way over there and shit, right next to that hand that's on the wall with a circle in it that's red.
Oh, that's not good. Sound like we should take a break so I can take a piss and grab more ice, and then we can come back and talk about Spider-Man.
Do we gotta talk about more Spider-Man?
Nigga, you know this whole second half of the episode is about to be about Spider-Man, and guess what race it is and what other.
We haven't even talked about the Dear Downfall of Skinny Suge.
Oh, we didn't even put that on the list.
We did.
We
did.
You had that on. I forgot about Skinny Suge.
Yeah, the Downfall of Skinny Suge.
That makes it even more better when I come back from taking this piss.
You look, you bet you urinate yourself.
Pause
the show. Let's get it correct.
And we're back from urination things.
Yeah.
How you just gonna beat up Freddie Gibbs like that?
Sometimes you got.
And that's a question Cam would never ask Jim. But this is my version in the multiverse of Cam asking Jim, how you just gonna beat up Freddie Gibbs like that? We love Freddie Gibbs over here. What's wrong with you, nigga?
Sometimes you see a nigga that you don't like, and then your inner Super Saiyan Harlem kick in, and you gotta whoop a nigga
inner
ass.
Super Saiyan Harlem.
And you gotta whoop a nigga ass.
That's probably a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say that's not a thing.
That's exactly what happened to Frederick. Frederick got whooped up. Look,
what happened?
Look, Frederick Gibson got
seen
whooped
Act
up.
Talking shit, which is never reliable.
Frederick Gibson
Let me get
got
a lighter,
whooped
George.
up by Jim Jones. I'm not sure if he was in slippers and a mink coat and it was outside and it was cold and a blizzard outside.
No,
but
it was an appearance. He definitely had on a hoodie, jeans, a link chain to his wallet.
Probably some forces.
And, black Air Force Ones.
This was a black Air Force Ones moment. This was a black Air Force
Maxes.
When you go Super Saiyan Harlem,
some dope
you
boy
got
shit
you
for
got
sure.
you got black Air Force Ones on when you go Super Saiyan Harlem. That's what happened.
It's only, you know what?
Nigga,
only because it's the same our way. It's only right.
If I'm North,
it's the same shit.
If I'm
our
North
way.
End Jim Jones,
this ain't New York, nigga. This Detroit. But goddamn it, we
if I spaz out on a nigga that I don't. Matter of fact, the last person I just hit randomly because like I just didn't like that motherfucker and it was one of them. I had on black Air Force Ones. I can guarantee you, Jim Jones had on black Air Force Ones.
Now I can't solely confirm that, but I can say, and this doesn't give much credit to myself, but last time I remember wearing black Air Force Ones slapping a nigga, I was in the suburbs. But I'm from what would be Harlem in Detroit, which is the North End / West Side. So, shout out to that.
Yeah, you technically still North End. So you North End.
I'm on the border. I grew up on the border. I'm like West Side, North End.
I give you North End Cam. I give you North End Cam.
And then I fucked around in Southwest for a long time.
You know what I mean? But you ain't got to go through all the geography. But anyway, sometimes you got to whoop up somebody. Now, I felt bad about it because I was like, damn, I really fuck with Freddie Gibbs. But now I'm like, damn, I really, really fuck with Jim Jones. I don't want them niggas to kill each other. But if they want to do a versus, nigga, I'm cool with that.
Skinny Suge versus Big Jim, who we taking?
I'm taking Harlem Jim Jones. Cause look,
see the betting man in me. The betting man in me. And I do mean the betting man.
You know, Skinny Suge is the type of nigga that's gonna come to the boxing match in a thriller fight, and
look, we selling out.
Is gonna be
we selling out regardless.
Is he gonna come in some Timbs?
We selling out regardless.
He not coming in like in no
they
boxing
both
shoes.
fighting in Timbs. This is a wheat versus black Tim match off.
Who got on black Tim?
Freddie. He from Houston.
No, he's not from Houston. He's from Indiana.
Oh yeah, he's from Indiana.
He's from Gary.
Why did that nigga come off like a Texas nigga to me?
That's what you got from that?
No, like I know some.
I got
shit.
St. Louis, but like
I got Texas from. Like if I was a nigga that didn't know nothing and was just, I'm like, why that nigga sound like from Texas?
A nigga from Gary, Indiana. He's from the same city as
No,
Michael Jackson.
If I didn't know, I feel like I'd be like, yeah, Freddie feel like a Houston nigga. I don't know why. Just innately to me, he feel like a Houston nigga.
I see St. Louis, but I don't.
I see St. Louis too.
I don't see Houston. I don't see Houston.
I feel like Gary, Indiana is a little more grimy than St. Louis.
It's very much more grimy.
I've been to St. Louis.
I've been to Gary. And
shout out to Michael Jackson.
It smells like the urine a hood should smell like.
Smell like a public school bathroom.
Yeah.
All right.
It felt like home.
Got you.
It felt like home when I went to Gary, Indiana. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Gary, Indiana, folk.
Got you.
Yeah.
Some like warm piss.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Shout out to all the hood folks still trapping out and everything, living that life out in Gary, Indiana. You know what I mean?
Who winning, man? Triller, pick up the bag.
Jim Jones. I'm sorry, but Jim Jones gonna whoop Frederick ass. I'm sorry. That's his way. That's facts. I'm sorry. I got my bread on.
You know what I heard?
I got my bread on that.
Complimentary of the streets. You know what I heard? And this is the Twitter streets. This ain't the streets. It's the Twitter streets. Complimentary of the Twitter streets. This
I got
is what I
banned from
heard.
the Twitter streets. I said I wanted to whoop
Oh
Ack
yeah,
ass.
you did. I tagged your ass. Yeah, no, Ack was talking shit. I tagged you in it. I was sitting in Spider-Man when you replied. And then by the time Spider-Man let out, Twitter let me know that you violated some terms.
I did. I violated some terms.
I was like, I had to text you personally, like, what did you say?
I just expressed
what happened.
I just expressed how much I couldn't explain that I wanted to motherfucking North End Jim Jones whoop Ack ass. That's all I said.
Don't you see how that could kind of sound a bit offensive?
If I see you with smoke, I'm sorry. Like when I see you with smoke, I don't know what you want. What do you want from me, Twitter? You want me to be less raw? You want me to be less raw? This bitch is showing whole titties. I can't whoop somebody's ass.
Shout out to Jack Dorsey. You know what? He don't run Twitter no more.
Shout
out to him. You know what? I remember a day not too long ago when my co-host to the left of me could say whatever he wanted to say on Twitter.
God damn
Dorsey was in charge. He said it about Ack and it wasn't no problem.
No problem.
But you know what Ack got to say on Twitter with no regards?
No regards.
No questions?
None.
Didn't nobody care if Jim Jones was okay.
Nobody cared.
You know what he said?
Jim, are you okay?
You know what he said to Freddie? You know what he said to Frederick Gibbs? Gibbingson?
Oh, you put an inks in there.
I did.
Oh, damn.
Because this is Ack talking about him.
You don't have to fight that nigga next. I ain't fighting Frederick.
I'll fight Freddie. Ack did not.
He too funny. I can't fight for him. I can't fight for him.
Ah, yeah, that's a fact. That nigga will squeeze her titties.
He would squeeze your titties, though.
He would.
That shit would be funny as
And
hell.
I would laugh. I'd be remiss if I didn't laugh.
I'd be dead.
He would definitely walk up on me and be like, shut up, little nigga. Just squeeze my nipple. And I'd be like, you're Freddie. All right, cool. I deserve that. All right.
Busy when I see you, I'm going to squeeze some titties.
My point is, I ain't talk half the. I'm on his side. I'm surprised. Look, nigga, this is what I was trying to get to. I heard.
Through the grapevine of niggerdom. And academics himself. Oh, God, the Teletubby King.
That either
what did
the
Teletubby
one and
have
only
to say?
Frederick Gibson, the one we know and love, was a tad bit hurt from that situation. And I say that because academics addressed him with a tweet that stated, "You okay?" ? Emoji.
Them are some big ass words to say to somebody who didn't want to smoke but ran like this is my problem with it. This is why I was like, I want to beat this nigga ass. Because I'm like, all right, look, if me and you was beefed out. Like we really beefed out.
If I'm beefed out with you and another nigga beat your ass, I'm definitely tweeting you like, you good?
But here,
I'm definitely doing it just to be
hear me out.
I'm definitely doing it.
Hear me out. Let's just say for the sake of argument, George is active just for the scenario. And he talking all the man. Okay. Let's just say for the sake of argument, he act and he's on the outside. But me and you is really beefed out about whatever. Like we really like whatever it is. We really beefed out. We shoot at each other on sight. We punch each other on sight.
It's on sight.
Yeah, it's one of them.
It's what it is.
It's one of them.
Ain't no more podcast, nigga. When I see you smoke.
It's one of them.
Yeah. All right.
But Bannon is a knack ass nigga at this point in this scenario, right?
Wait. If he's an ass nigga, who am I and who are you?
It doesn't matter. We beefed out. So like that.
It kind of does matter if he's at.
With two people that are beefed out. That point doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's Freddie and Jim.
Go ahead.
It just matters who's the outsider upon this. And let's just say this. Matter of fact, let's make me Freddie in this one. Let's make me Freddie. I'll take that.
Oh,
and me and George argue with each other all the time. I'm gonna squeeze your titties. You know what I mean? And make fun of this nigga all the time. We go back and forth all the time. Let's just say that like that's is what it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But realistically, when I say like, yo, if you really want that smoke, pull up, dog. I'll beat your ass for real. And George ducks and dodges it. Let's just say that. But me and you, we come together and it's real war. It's whatever happened.
Nigga, I will squeeze your titties.
And I lose.
I will.
Let's just say I lose. Just like Frederick lost.
That's nasty.
Jorge act in this situation wants to talk shit. It's like, nigga, who the fuck is you to talk? You don't want no smoke with neither one of us. So it's like, why are you even talking for real?
But you got less smoke with one of us than the other one. So if he was Act and I'm Jim, he would still be like, you good, bruh?
But it'd be
it's still a trash move, but you Act. Of course it's a trash move.
It's trash move.
That's Act.
Because
that's the point.
Because even
Act is trash.
Even if I got Harlem Jim Jones knocked out and I'm sitting at the crib with a fucking steak on my eye and it's like, damn. And I hear, yo, nigga, you okay? My response would be, still with the steak on my eye, would be like, look, nigga, I can't even see out one. Pull up. I'll beat your ass just for fun.
I feel like Ack is one of them niggas where you can't do that around him. You can't take an L.
The only times that I ever seen this motherfucker not play himself.
He gonna put you on his Instagram. You can't do it.
The only time I seen this nigga not play himself, but where
I just seen him check a nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Where they allowed him to play himself.
I just seen Ack check a nigga last week and be accurate about it.
So?
That's an episode for next year. That's an episode for next year because I do want to touch on them niggas too because their page is dying. But I want to touch on that next year. I just watched Act check a nigga that wasn't a nigga involved in hip hop. It was a podcast nigga. He checked the nigga and was accurate. No, I wouldn't give Act the fucking credentials of being accurate on anything if he wasn't accurate on it. I've only given him accolades on this podcast when it comes to podcast shit that pertain to hip hop when he was right. That's the only time I've ever given him any other time. We both said he was a bitch. My man has his hand raised. Please speak, sir.
I don't give a fuck what our page is doing, not doing, breathing, not breathing, life support. That bitch need a COVID shot, whatever the fuck it is. If I see Ack in these streets, I will smack him. And I know clout will come with it. And I feel like
that's the real fight. I feel like that's the real Triller fight we all want to see.
That's not even a fight.
Academics versus Jose Ortega.
He might as well fight Skinny Suge.
I feel like that's the opening fight to the next Tyron Woodley Logan Paul fight.
He might as well.
Or Jake with Jordan. Which one of them niggas?
He fighting Tyron Woodley.
Whichever one of them niggas.
He was supposed to
one
fight
of the Paul
Tommy
niggas.
Fury.
You know what?
But yeah. Yeah, like he might as well fight Skinny Suge.
No, we gotta see. No, because in that main event, then you gotta have Jimmy and Suge as the fucking.
I'm from Detroit, Harlem. You ain't got no chance against me. Shit. Freddie Gibbs getting his ass whooped just let me know one thing. I could whoop Freddie Gibbs' ass. So it's like,
did you?
Like that.
See, now we talking big shit.
That let me know.
Now we talking brolic shit here. Now we talking brolic. Be safe though, free Taxstone shit.
I fuck with Gibbs, but I can whoop your ass. I'm cool with it.
Hold up. You think you can whoop Freddie Gibbs' ass? And you saying that out loud? Like you think you could really like?
Yeah, I could really whoop Freddie Gibbs' ass.
All right. I ain't see the fight, but I don't think I feel like me and Jim, if me and Jim had to square off head to head, feel like bro would have a good what's the word?
Have you seen like Jim box?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he'd have a good go at it.
Next time I go to the
Jim
gym,
is also almost 50.
I
feel like I got outboxed.
Next time I go to the gym, I'm just have motherfuckers record what I be doing and shit. I'm gonna record some drills. Like
that's what I'm saying. I feel like I got outboxed Jim.
But what I'm saying
even though I feel like the nigga, he just like, I feel like what Gibbs is about his age. Gibbs is like 33, 35. Jim is like 44.
I think he's 38.
Jim is like 44. Them niggas in the same grade.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
Jim, I mean,
but what I'm saying is
for promotion, but I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it because I want to believe Jim beat up Freddie Gibbs, but at the same time,
I don't really want.
I like both of them, so I don't want to believe.
I really don't want
Freddie
them niggas
Gibbs got beat up.
I don't really want them niggas fighting each other at all. But they done shot at each other before.
Yeah, it was beef brewing.
Yeah, like there was already beef. All I'm saying is, from this whole, what I learned today, this week I should say, is that I could whoop Frederick Gibson's ass. Now, that has nothing to do.
Is it bad that I don't believe you more than I believe you will whoop 6ix9ine's ass?
I whooped 6ix9ine.
I believe that. You knocked that nigga out the park like a home run before he got to the stadium.
But here's the thing. That's a straight up knockout. I ain't saying that Freddie Gibbs wouldn't like stand up a couple rounds. I ain't saying it wouldn't go to the table.
Because we talking about size-wise.
But,
me and you, that's your matchup. You and Freddie, me and Jim. That's your matchup. That's my matchup. I feel like I could flex Jim given the right circumstance. I feel like Jim might also catch me a couple times where I'm like, he hit like a hood nigga. God damn. Fuck. All right, let's go.
Here. Look, nigga, you fight 10 Midwest niggas, you done fought them all. Next on the list, nigga.
East Coast niggas and Detroit niggas and Chicago niggas is different from your average Midwest nigga and your average East Coast nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I'd fight like Freddie Gibbs, nigga, is a Midwest random nigga. Not random.
That's what I'm saying. He's losing in this battle.
So I'm like,
losing in this battle.
I'm like, yo.
And I love Freddie.
Against Jim Jones, you get your ass whooped. Against me, you get your ass whooped. You got a good 10-second knockout on Ack. Like, I don't think Ack is. Look, I don't think on your worst day, if you had asthma and COVID and a bad back, I don't
probably still.
I'm saying that's 55 seconds into the first round. That's how I feel about it.
I could be afflicted with the COVID-19. I could be
the Delta variant too, and I still think
I could be afflicted with the Omarion variant. Nigga, it don't matter.
Oh, icebox.
My heart is cold. All I'm saying is this. If I meet up with you and then match up, maybe that's what the multiverse needed. So, my man say, things can be how they need to be. And maybe sometimes you don't need to fix things the way you think you need to fix them. Segue.
And the universe always been telling me you need to whoop Ack ass as soon as you get the chance. So I'm not gonna lie.
I felt like
I'm not gonna tell the universe no, and I'm going to do it.
I felt like I can't. I feel like in whatever way the universe unfolds,
I might not even punch him. Like in my head, it's like I feel like
you gonna fuck up my money then. I feel like
we gonna make more money because
I'm not gonna knock him out. You gonna knock him out off principle. I'm not gonna knock him out off principle.
If I smack Ack with the wide hand,
which is gonna fuck up your money.
It's gonna make that's a clout moment. We won off this. It's like who wins off knocking out Ack? We do.
Jim Jones can't even win off knocking out shit. Freddie can't even win off squeezing his titties.
Because they rap niggas, not podcast niggas. If a podcast niggas,
you gotta be a podcast nigga to be a rap nigga these days. Shout out to Taxstone.
You gotta be.
Be safe though.
Is there a Griselda of podcasting? I don't think so.
Nigga.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
So let me West Side and do what I gotta do. That's all I'm saying. Boom, boom, boom.
I just got hit from both sides. I got holes in my kidneys. I got holes in my kidneys now.
Shout out to Griselda. Shit.
I got holes in my kidneys, and niggas was obviously squeezing on my titties because I'm on their side now.
Apparently, you
titties is squeezed.
I'm done talking about your titties. You wanted to talk real much about Spider-Man titties, so I'm just gonna let you talk as much as you want about how great the Spider-Verse is and how geek you was. I'm gonna let you get this one. You gonna get the last. This is a moment, everybody. I want you to really realize.
I'm never this excited.
Share, subscribe.
Y'all thought I was excited about Michael Myers? You have no fucking clue.
Even though that shit was mega trash, and everybody know it was trash.
Yeah, wasn't even that fucking great.
Nah.
Yeah, you know what? I got fucking
like that shit was so trash that if you saw a pair of titties in that movie, which I'm sure you did, it was sure to.
You know what? No, now that you say it, what even no fucking titties in that movie?
What type of fucking horror movies are you watching where there ain't at least one set of titties?
I didn't even think about
one set.
I did not think about the lack of titties until you just said it. There are no titties in Halloween Kills.
Not a titty.
For those of you that watch this podcast, listen to this podcast for titty spoilers, not in Halloween Kills.
How the fuck? All right. All I'm saying. There is a set of titties in like every major horror movie
ever.
Like horror movie franchise ever.
You know what there is though? There's a fucking John Wick scene though. And I would have took titties over it. The fireman shit. It's been out long enough. We can talk about the fireman scene.
Let's not talk about it. We always talk about it. Let's stop talking about it.
Y'all niggas
stop talking about it. I don't care about it, nigga. And you keep telling us like we supposed to care. I think
George halfway does though.
It's all pause. It's okay though. Talk about your
Spider-Man is better.
It is.
Spider-Man is my top 5. Spider-Man is Spider-Man because Spider-Man is Spider-Man. And if you don't like Spider-Man, then I don't even know what the fuck to tell you or why you would even listen to this podcast the week a fucking Spider-Man movie came out because, god dang, what else did you think we would be talking about? Duh, nigga.
I give this nigga the last Let That Bitch Breathe of the year.
And I'm going to take it over. Yeah, that's the tone. Because I feel like if you ain't heard or you ain't seen No Way Home yet, then you stupid, nigga. The fuck?
Nigga.
You'll never catch me agreeing with nothing else 6ix9ine says ever again from this year on. But you know what I can agree on?
Lie.
You know what I can agree on? I bet Tekashi, his 22, 24-year-old ass probably went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home by now, and he probably feel like you just as stupid if you haven't seen it as I feel like.
And you know what? You probably right. But unfortunately for him, fortunately for him, he did not decide to function one in the greater Genesee County area in which I reside. Because if he were to, I would knock his ass the fuck out, and I would take his goddamn shark chain and have my daughter rocking that bitch to school after Christmas break, just like Trick Trick.
Not for nothing, that would look better on Peyton than it do on him.
Damn right, right?
Shout out to Peyton. That would look better on her than it do on him.
Damn right. I got everything else for Christmas. Why can't I give him? The only thing that I'm missing is the joy of knocking out Daniel Hernandez and gifting my daughter a stolen baby shark chain. No, it feels better because I knocked the nigga out for it. That's why it feel good. I could have stole it from the nigga at gunpoint, but if it was like if I knocked the nigga out for it, I feel like I did that for the streets.
You know how I realize I've consumed too much internet content? While y'all were saying that, I thought of 2 different memes that if I said them to try to make them funny out loud, y'all would have been like, ugh. And I was like, I'm going to shut up.
What's your review on the Spider-Man, nigger?
Hey, I don't like that tone.
I don't care. You live in Novi. You hear it all the time.
Don't you sell oranges? Anyway, kind of right.
Strawberries, nigga. Get it right.
The same difference.
It's not.
You're on the side of the freeway either way it goes.
Nigga,
anyway,
more people are allergic to oranges than they are strawberries, nigga. It's a better profit margin.
You know what more people are allergic to than strawberries and oranges and anything else? Kiwis, limes, anything else you niggas sell or we sell? Guess what? Cotton, anything else? Spiders. Spiders are actually...
I think we make more money off cocaine.
Shut up. Wait, maybe. It's not the point. Spiders.
I'm pretty sure it's part of my country's infrastructure. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's the way the world works down there.
Spiders are actually 1%.
Mules?
If not 2% of the things that you inhale every night when you go to sleep. You know what that means over the course of your lifetime? If you live 85, 90, 100 years, you have eaten over 300, 400, 500, maybe 1,000 spiders in your life.
Word.
Shut the fuck up, George. I'm saying this to prove my point. My point is, at the end of the day, when you get through it and you get to it and you get down with it in the mud, you know what you see? You see yourself standing there.
So you about to say that we all Spider-Man?
Let me finish. You see yourself standing there. From a distance, all you get is everything that's happened to you. You see the future. You see the present. You know the past. All you can do, all you would do if you were you and you wanted to do what's best for you and them, whoever that them is. All you gotta do is that. But do you have the balls to do it? Because if you don't, then maybe you don't. But if you do, then maybe you do. What?
Are you farting in that seat?
No, that's the chair moving.
I'm like, with the headphones on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I heard it squeaking too. Yeah, no, that's the chair moving.
I'm like, you're talking nonsense right now.
You thought I was leading up to a fart joke, nigga?
No, I'm saying I thought you were leading me into a circle of bullshit because that's what you were saying, and just farted at the same time. I'm like,
somewhere.
What the fuck?
No, nigga, that was the chair squeaking. Anyway, look. To make a long story short, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna beat your bush if you like that. All I'm gonna say is this: if you've ever had the one and only Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man, the one and only known as Spider-Man, leader of the Avengers to some. Maybe depending on where you're going. Maybe depending on where you're going. Maybe depending on where you go. Maybe depending on where you want to go. What have you read? Okay. Am I going too fast?
You going too, whoa, slow your motherfucking roll.
My bad. Wait, hey, yo, George, make sure you cap this right here. This the No Way Home part of the interview. This the No Way Home part of the podcast. That's gonna be half an interview. That's gonna be half of everything niggas need to know that they don't need to know.
That's why you should always carry your GPS,
spoiler
by the way.
Free joint ever.
That's why you should always keep your GPS, by the way, or like a fully charged phone so you can always know your way home.
That don't help in these circumstances.
Yeah, like Steve Jobs actually made it so I always know my way home.
You know what? John Watts made it where sometimes you don't.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that Steve Jobs is like did it on purpose to where it's like I can always find my way home.
And in the
like
same
my watch
world,
can find my way home. My phone can find my way home and shit. My car can find my way home. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I can always get home.
In a world.
Like, you should really get a GPS if you don't know. Like, that's just irresponsible. Like, do you know your phone number?
In a world.
Remember when you had to remember what your home phone number was?
I like how I do the movie trailer and he cuts me off.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
I remember my home phone number. I do. But you know what else I remember? I remember that there weren't superheroes in my city that represented themselves the way they needed to be represented. And there weren't superheroes that looked like me that represented themselves the way they need to be presented. And there also wasn't superheroes that I think represented a lot of people the way they felt they should have been represented, or maybe been represented in a way where when they weren't.
Kevin Feige's in the bag. I have a great idea for X-Men, by the way.
I'm sure they already got that planned out.
I'm sure they do, but they might fuck it up.
Maybe.
So, but it's X-Men's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, back to what you were saying. I'm just saying. I'm trying to get a Marvel bag. That's
no, nigga. Well, I'm right here, Kevin Feige.
That's a big.
Hi.
That's a big
Kevin,
bag.
hey,
Like,
how you doing?
Like, that's a bag.
Money. Send it this way. No.
And bulldozers.
Okay. All right. No bullshit. Real Spider-Man. No shit. No Way Home shit. It was one of the best Spider-Man movies I have ever seen, not because it's one of the best Spider-Man movies I've ever seen, not because I've seen every Spider-Man movie before it, not because it includes anything that you would think it would include, or maybe not include. It's the best Spider-Man movie ever made because of the things that made him what you didn't want to see, or maybe what you were questionable about in the movies before it, meaning Homecoming and Far From Home, where you thought he learned the lesson. You know what I mean? Homecoming, kid, he don't get it. You gotta have Tony come in and be like, rest in peace, Iron Man. You gotta have Tony come in and be like, yo, need the suit back, my nigga, chill out. Far From Home, or is that Far From Home? Whichever one it is. Either way, there's an instance in those two movies where you go, he gets it. At the end of it, you go, he gets it. He'll be that guy now. He gets it.
So what you're saying is finally we're going to see Peter Parker finally understand with great power comes great responsibility?
In more ways than one.
Kevin Feige, send a bag. I could do this shit easy. Like I know, like
I can't even say nothing about what he just said. That's how good he is.
We can bring the Punisher
That's how
back.
good he is.
Like we can bring the Punisher back. We can get raw with that.
He hasn't seen it yet. I've seen it.
Matter of fact, I'll be
talking about bringing the Punisher back. It might be more than that.
I'll intern at Star Wars for like 6 months, and I'll let you know like what I'm doing over there, and bring me on to the other side. I'm willing to do a deal. Like, let's do this.
Check me out. You see how I risked my life twice to go see these movies twice within 24 hours, where I risked my life to go get the product and make sure it's solid. That's the guy that put it on the fucking port for me. He put it on the ships. He shipped that shit around that world. Stop playing.
I hate to sound like that guy because it's kind of weird.
You don't want to ship it around the world, do you?
No. And
you happy, Hogan, nigga? Don't be happy.
Oh, hell no, I'm not
happy. I was about to say.
No, I'm not happy. No, I'm not happy. Happy fuck up too much that motherfuckers really don't realize how much Happy be fucking up for real.
If you give Happy enough space that he had, if you give Happy the space he had in the movies he's had them in, Happy's a likable fuck up.
I love
he
Happy,
fucks up, but it's like.
But let's be real. Let's be
fuck
real.
up less than a lot of niggas. That's why I
let's be real.
Like
Happy
is
you
a good dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how it kind of plays out.
Let's be real. Happy is the person that is. He was Tony Stark's friend. Rest in peace, Iron Man.
His best friend.
1,000%.
I think it was
friend. His real friend outside of Rhodey, like his real just friend that served no purpose other than being the friend.
Like, it was a real friend for real.
Real shit, because it was like
it wasn't like
you're not really Iron Man's bodyguard because it's like he's Iron Man. You drive him around, but it's like we all drive our homies around from time to time, you know what I mean? Especially if they paying us. Like
in the back seat, front seat, whatever.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? You paying, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta make your homie look good. Put him in the back seat with his bitch.
You know what I mean?
Whatever.
You have me watching your chick because you got just like, yo, if I have a homie like taking care of my woman.
Sometimes I'm fucking your auntie. Who knows?
Like, yo, make sure she good. Like, get her back. She can't protect herself like I can me. So you watch her. Fact. That's a lot of fucking faith. You know what I mean? That's not just like bodyguard faith. Like that's how your homie.
Speaking into what you've seen, but not.
Yeah, like that's your.
You still don't know. Oh, you don't know.
That's your homie. So yeah, but I also call the Uncle Ben factor with Iron Man and Spider-Man. I called that because I was like the one thing they couldn't do, and this was before the first Spider-Man came out. I was like, the one thing they shouldn't do is bring back Uncle Ben because this would be.
You talking about the first? Which
Homecoming?
Okay.
So I was like, before it came out, and I was like, the one thing they shouldn't do is bring back Uncle Ben and then kill him again, because then you're gonna just be doing the same cycle of story again and it just be a reboot of a reboot of a reboot. That shit's whack. You gonna have to do something different.
And that's the beauty.
And then when he came in Civil War, he went and got him personally. Like Iron Man, Tony Stark went and got him personally. I was like, there it is. I was like, there it is right there.
So
because Aunt May wasn't married.
Say that?
Because Aunt May wasn't married.
But what made you think? Because they always left it open ended. So me, for instance, where my mind goes, I say, okay, Homecoming. We don't get Uncle Ben, but we get an Aunt May, and we get a scene where Peter is talking to Ned, and he's like, yo, after everything May done been through, da 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 da. To me, that alludes to the fact that maybe either Uncle Ben was a fuck nigga and left her, or he died. And it just didn't really have that much effect because maybe it was a new boyfriend.
Nah, I don't. But Uncle
Aunt
Ben,
May
Uncle
in the MCU is young enough to be a sexy aunt.
But she is the modern day.
You want to fuck Aunt May?
Yeah, she's the modern day aunt.
I still want to fuck Aunt May.
Old school Aunt May was like 80 years old. It was old enough to be his grandma.
That was in the first trilogy. This Aunt May, the MCU Aunt May, cold.
But that's what I'm saying. Uncle Ben really wasn't just a person who was a counterpart to Aunt May. Uncle Ben was the foundation of what made Peter Parker, then Spider-Man, the hero. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, and this is why I was able to call it. I'm like,
deep line,
because before Iron Man even came into the picture, you could see like he pulled up the shit on his phone, like him doing his own thing, saving people and shit. He know that he has this power, and he's doing it with something. He's doing something with it. But he doesn't know what and how far this power can take him in a good
he's at the beginning stages.
or a bad direction. And you
crazy how you can spend a movie's length worth of time at the beginning stages of your superhero.
Yes.
It's crazy how that works out.
And you can expand that upon that. And that's why I like about the MCU is like it's this timeline that may move almost as slow as that, but in between you have this tossed in there, that movie, this
little gems,
and as everything expands, you know, and goes in, you have this complete wave of this like a real linear line of time where you can figure out what is going on when it's going on within this universe. I think that's dope. That's why I love the fact that it's like with the multiverse, and this is why you're excited. You're very excited for, or we're very excited for this.
I am. Still am. I would go see it a third time if I didn't think it was in
last Marvel movie
I went and watched it regular screen, which I realized I will never watch a movie in regular screen again.
Yeah, it's trash.
Only IMAX.
Yeah, duh.
I saw it in IMAX earlier today. I'm an IMAX nigga. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
But the last Marvel movie I saw was Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which I think was dope. Absolutely
haven't even seen
motherfucker. It was
no, it's dope.
Wow, like it was fire. Like it was fire. I heard Eternals was bad. I'm gonna see it when it comes to streaming and shit. Like it was just too many people around the fucking Thanksgiving holiday. I ain't about that life. COVID outside.
I just didn't want to see that one that much. You know what? I guess. To some degree, I risked my life to go see Spider-Man twice.
Yeah,
you
did, and I told you about it in the group chat.
You did,
chat. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But you know what? I didn't risk my life to go see Eternals.
See, I know Eternals has to do.
Just saying,
they're celestials.
I didn't care.
What I'm gonna say, they're celestials like Ego, Peter Quinn's dad. So Quill's dad. So
it fits in there. That movie fits into literally every movie that's happened.
Yeah,
I'm not. No,
but
I'd rather risk my life to go see Spider-Man.
But what I'm saying is,
ironically,
like I'm gonna see Eternals, and I think I have to anyway because I'm.
Yeah, you definitely.
I'm
need
just
to
that
see
guy
it,
to go see it.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna see it. But to me, what I'm interested in and what I've been waiting for, and it's been forever waiting on this fucking movie, is the second Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness because of the way everything until Loki is going is pretty much in all one linear line of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start fucking with shit.
Everything
and
gets fractured.
And then there's this multiverse of infinite fucking timelines and shit that just happens to branch off. And now, and that's what I think is dope about it, because I'm like, now you fucking with time. You're fucking with.
Where it looked like in Endgame they didn't really want to do. It looked like they was playing with our sensibility, like, don't fuck with time. You know we hate that shit. The time machine shit is weird. Don't do that shit. And they've eased us into it to the point where live action wise,
You mentioned
you bitch. I
you
like
mentioned
this.
multiple times.
I like this. What the fuck?
About how
I'm shedding tears in a movie theater, nigga. I'm a grown man. I don't do that.
You said about how you was crying, right? I know people who were bawling their eyes out all through Endgame because how many people
and at home
because you're a pussy.
Fuck you.
But how many people were dying and everything like that, like Black Widow. And this is where I'm gonna leave and we can move forward because it's a little cliffer.
Okay.
Now
I still gotta finish what I was talking about. Okay.
I am someone who's been following all of the MCU.
More so than I have.
That's
for
including
sure.
that's including shows. And like cuts.
You watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
you told me to watch that shit on ABC when it was coming out every week.
That shit was fire.
And I was like, I ain't watching something. I was off of
and
regular
I fuck with
TV
Colston
at
Heavy.
that point.
And I fuck with Colston Heavy. That was
like
the one. That was the
2009,
one gem
10.
that ABC had, and they didn't let it go no further than they needed it to go.
And they had old girl on it who ended up getting into the movies.
Yeah,
the main chick.
Hill.
You know what I'm talking? Yeah,
Agent Hill.
Yeah. She ended up transferring into the movies.
Samuel Jackson is in like the first 2 seasons. Well,
really?
the first season for sure. He plays.
Really?
He has like two or three cameos.
I guess that's necessary.
Yeah, but everything branches. But I'm very keen to the whole thing.
Excuse me, Jesus.
And damn, you threw me off of my point.
You were talking about Samuel L. Jackson having a cameo in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We were talking about the multiverse.
Oh, I remember what I was saying. So everyone cried through Endgame.
Yeah.
About all the people that brought it in. So if you watch What If, I'm not gonna say who.
Oh boy, how does that tie in?
I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say how. But there is a possible way that one of the people that died in Endgame can be reasserted back into the normal timeline.
No, I haven't watched all of What If, so I'm intrigued. I need to go
like I said, I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say how. But they could.
I think most people know that.
But I'm saying they could.
Those spoilers are free. Let me know.
Hmm?
Those spoilers are free. Let me know.
Nah, I don't really think. Cause what if you ain't watch What If?
Because you don't know the spoil. You don't know the other spoiler from What If. And I put it like this: I know a spoiler from What If, and you know a spoiler from. What
I watched all of What If.
I haven't, and I know one that you don't.
How?
You
because you
seen
seen Spider-Man.
You haven't seen the movie.
Oh, okay. You seen Spider-Man. Okay.
So tell me.
There's a way to bring Black Widow back, and they do.
Did she die in the movie? I haven't seen the movie.
She died
yet.
in Endgame.
Oh yeah, she did die.
She died for the Soul Stone.
Yeah, she did. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
all right.
Oh fuck it, now we here. Like the Watcher, after needing her for a certain thing, she had no place to go within her timeline because everyone
Black Widow?
The timeline where this is a multiverse, right? We're thinking about this. The Watcher is The Watcher is who guards or is watching. That's his job. Can't intervene the entire multiverse. He pretty much is the narrator to everything that's happening, almost like God. But you only narrate. You don't intervene with shit.
All right.
In this certain Black Widow's universe, everyone in the universe is dead. She's the only one left. And he needs her help for something else. So he takes her, and she says, I don't want to go back because there's nothing else, and you let all my people die. You watch and didn't do nothing when you had power.
So that's got to tie directly into WandaVision, right?
Could
or it does?
Could. because there's a whole thing about.
Are you saying could because you holding spoilers from me, or are you saying could because you don't
could
know?
because I'm holding spoilers from you, and there's this link between what happens at the end of Loki and what happens at the end of WandaVision that go together, that actually link into your movie and everything else that goes in between. Like,
no, that's obvious.
I'm gonna say
that's obvious.
Loki,
the end of
Loki,
Far From Home,
Loki,
and
what
all
if,
of this
Loki,
probably
what
connect
if,
to all of that.
WandaVision, Spider-Man, and the next Doctor Strange are like the tie-in to what's making everything like the multiverse.
I can tell you this. The next Doctor Strange movie is called
The Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, so you know. Okay. So do the math.
Yeah, I know. I like the fact that you fucking with that shit.
Yeah. But they're fucking with it in a way.
Matter of fact, fuck
I don't even. What you saying is right, but it's not.
When you wake up tomorrow, watch Loki. Matter of fact,
I was kind of planning on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say watch Loki.
Or I was gonna watch WandaVision first. I want to watch them in order. What's in order? What's after Endgame?
After Endgame,
WandaVision, right?
If we're gonna say,
I thought it was WandaVision.
If we're gonna say we're gonna be real about it, after Endgame would technically be Loki, because remember when they they went back in time to try and get the Tesseract, and he disappeared with it. Like he grabbed it and disappeared with it. Loki happens right after that. Like as that's happening, he disappears.
When he steals it from the elevator,
when he disappears,
that's when the series starts.
Yes.
Okay.
And WandaVision happens after they defeat Thanos and bring everybody back.
Okay. Yeah, so it's Loki then.
But Vision is still dead. So yeah.
But Wanda is creating her own reality too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Well, all of that shit plays in its own way.
Yeah, it's deep, and like I said,
George is looking like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
George got 27 movies worth of watching.
What in the fuck are y'all talking about?
Start at Iron Man 1, bruh, and just start in order from there.
No, I think he's. What you caught up to like? You caught up to like the second. You caught up to like Age of Ultron. What? Oh my! Shut up! Don't even talk.
Age of Ultron.
That was Avengers 1, nigga.
And I seen after Age of Ultron.
That was Infinity War. You had.
Last thing I saw was I Don't Feel So Good, Mr. Stark.
That was Infinity War.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there was Endgame.
Did you see any of the movies that tied into those phases they're going into?
I saw Thor 1 and 2. I seen Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. I seen
Jesus Christ.
Doctor Strange. I saw
So
we gotta give you a mic just so you can embarrass yourself.
Can
like
you
this.
say? Can you say for a fact that you've seen at least 20 movies out of an MCU?
Yeah, what he said. 20 movies.
20.
Yeah, Iron Man 1 through 3. Thor.
I count
Yeah,
that too.
yeah. All the Hulk movies, all the Iron Man movies.
Not the first Hulk.
Well, Edward Norton, why not?
No,
that was the OG Hulk. They just spent off him with the other niggas.
That's the second Hulk. We talking about.
It did reboot that.
I would say but
that was a sequel reboot though.
No, that wasn't a sequel. They were trying to leave that. They were trying to leave.
If you watch that first one, it was a sequel reboot because it had some of the same niggas from the first one with Edward Norton in that one.
But they played it off as kind of
before they got.
They kind of played it off as being its
own
own thing. It just already happened
because they weren't trying to do a fucking cinematic universe before that, or they
were,
but they didn't know how to. That wasn't the best starting point, obviously,
because they realized how fucking trash the beginning of that shit was. So they just let that shit be. It's like letting Uncle Ben die fucking 3,000 fucking times. Like it's not worth seeing it again. Wow. Like we really don't need this to make this character this character.
Watch No Way Home.
Bro, outside of that, like I saw this. I watched this documentary on.
I want you to get that as a
on
thumbnail.
on the X-Men. The people, the writers of the X-Men.
Oh, the theories.
No, the writers of the X-Men, like the comic book writers, and how it was about to go out of business, like not be.
That's all Marvel.
The comic book, man. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, but that's still owned by them. Like,
yes.
How's the comic book going out of business?
When it was back in the day as a startup,
okay.
like
No,
when
I'm not
was
saying you're wrong. I'm just
like you asking a
Like,
question before I could even finish the sentence. But like, yeah, like at the beginning and how it was a startup and how it was semi-popular and shit, and then the people that they brought in that meshed together so well that they made X-Men what it is today. That shit.
What does that mean?
They made X-Men. Like,
yeah, the comic book is still arguably more.
The intricacies that are the X-Men as a comic book, with the relation of every character to who they were, lives, tales within it, and how it all combined with it.
The comic is more interesting than the movies.
I'm not talking about the movies. Fuck the movies. As a symbiotic thing, the way they constructed it was very dope. Like, I thought it was really, really interesting how they put everything
even the attempts.
together.
Even when it went bad, it was still a good attempt.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest, all the live action X-Men movies,
Logan's the best one, and that's the only good
Logan
one, in my
is
opinion.
the best one, for sure. But that, yeah, I saw that one by accident years after I had given up on the X-Men franchise.
Shame on that one is, for me, is
that shit was fire.
And this would be, and this is why I was completely with 20th Century Fox, like, yo, sell X-Men tomorrow. Yeah, I'm like, y'all done.
I feel like I feel like Disney gonna end up with all of this at the end of the day.
But
regardless,
yeah, but
with another 3 movies,
my shit was that I was so off of those X-Men movies because of how shitty they were.
Right.
That when Logan came out, because of how shitty the first 2 Wolverine movies was, I'm like, no, I refuse to fucking pay for it. I refuse. Like, there is nothing on this earth that's going to push me to go to a movie theater to watch another shitty X-Men movie. Even if someone else I was with was like, yo, let's go together. I'll pay for you. Nah, I'm
really?
good.
You were that done?
Yeah, I was that through.
Wow.
And my brother was like, yo, I know how much you hate that shit now, but that Logan joint is lit. And when I went up to his.
That's the Wolverine we all wanted.
I went up to his shit, grabbed his hard drive, downloaded it onto my shit.
Even if
threw
it
it on,
older Wolverine.
threw it on, and I was like, yo, if y'all doing this on a fuck it, like Hail Mary, we going all
Which
in.
is what it seemed like it was.
Like, this is the end of the road. We going all in.
Let's see if we can pull some more money out of this shit.
I was like, yo.
That boy Hugh did his thing.
Yeah.
And the old girl that was his daughter did her fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all irresponsible. Because I'm like, if y'all could have done this shit for fucking 12 years and y'all decided not to do this.
It's a fact.
And not develop these characters and
somebody just wasn't running it right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It wasn't John Watts. It wasn't Kevin Feige.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why it's like, yeah, you just don't need this no more. Just sell it. Like, you don't have the capabilities to keep this shit interesting.
I know, but I get one squeeze the lemon, you know?
Yeah, but that's why I believe that Sony actually is in a good position where they at with Spider-Man, because it's like they squeezing the lemon and they benefiting with the Marvel juice too. That drives some of their shit. As long as they don't fuck up with the they villain universe right now in connection to Spider-Man, they gonna be good.
I feel like we say that every time. This is real I guess this is like real business shit in terms of like kind of what they go through or what the fans think they go through. Do you really think Disney's going through all of this shit after the next 3? Look, We done did this fight twice. Twitter. We didn't have to have the fans get
I believe they're
involved. We
gonna
done
snake
did
it
that,
somewhere.
this, and the third.
I believe they're gonna snake it somewhere, and I believe they're gonna snake it in an evil way. I don't know how they could do it, but in some way, somehow, this is the way I think. This is the way I would go about it. And if
Not even saying Fox
and
evil,
if anybody is like insiders and shit, tell me if I'm stupid or wrong. But you know, like I'm open to that. But if this is the way I would do it as a businessman, in any way, shape, or form, I would do the grimiest to try to get Spider-Man off of Sony from if I were Marvel. I would do whatever is necessary. Because right now, if we look at it as a whole bitch, Marvel has less to lose. Because they could lose
Obviously.
Yeah. So they could lose Spider-Man.
No.
Yep.
Not now.
They could still
makes the MCU a lot harder to do if they lose that Sony joint deal.
Not in this moment. Nigga, when contract's up, it's gonna be far.
Even in another 3 movies, when you go into phase 6, that makes a lot of a difference.
When you add in all these extra characters and everything like that, and flowing story, you don't need to force yourself into the next Avengers. So you saying like you got now like maybe about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years if you really wanted to drag it out before you really need to maybe renegotiate. So if
this is 3 movies, we already know what it is.
Yeah.
Tom Holland has already signed on for another 3 Spider-Man movies. So from the end of this one, when you see what that is, you will see how maybe that might spin off into another 3.
But what I'm saying, but here my thing is though, like, all right, you can be like, all right, you can say, all right, Sony, you wanna hold the bag, you know what I'm saying, hold the character, whatever. We don't want to do the same splits with you. We want the character. Because the character
you already got 2 of them.
Because the character don't function all the way without us.
No, you got 3 of them.
Because
you got 4 of them.
Because it's like your affiliate. If they walk, the affiliations that Marvel owns go directly to Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four.
That's why I said you got 4 of them.
The Avengers. Like this nigga's directly connected to all of these characters. Now you could completely keep going and expand upon Venom, Morbius, Carnage.
We all know Morbius is coming out.
Yeah,
that's not
Shadowcat.
We all know that's coming out.
You know what I'm saying? You can.
Which the trailer looks crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fire. But you can do all of this and shit. But now, guess what your project has now?
What?
A cap. Because at a certain point in time, there's gonna be no more you can actually do with it. So
yeah, because how do you outdo?
So
once you go God level, how do you go God level times 2?
So now it's gonna get to that point, and if there was beer in here, and I
Goku figured it out, you think Spider-Man can't?
And I shook this shit, it's gonna.
And Goku figured it out. You think Spider-Man can't?
And you're gonna be and they would be in a position where it's like, all right, we gonna have to do something with this character because now, inevitably, what does every business do? They try to push through and capitalize on that merchandise. And what
that's
happened?
Already
and what happens?
That's been shipping for weeks before we was talking about this.
And what happens every single time a studio gets trapped up with a commercial entitlement, like a comic book hero or villain.
Shout out to the comic book accurate version of Venom.
What happens? Movie value goes down because of bad wear.
Depending on how you do it.
Merch value goes up.
Depending on how you do it. Maybe both go up.
Depend.
Maybe both go up.
Depend.
Maybe both go down.
But guess what?
But maybe both go up.
But if you go down, guess what you've done become? On your own.
What?
A package deal. Because now you done made all your movies all together. And made them all unite. All with your own Spider-Verse.
I'm not going to hold y'all up.
And then you shit it out. And guess what? We come through with the check like, What's up?
I'm not gonna hold you up. This man to the left of me right here is giving me theories that I've thought of
fucking back
since I've
get it
seen
done.
the movie, and he hasn't seen the movie. He could be lying to me, but I doubt it. He's not a known liar. He's not a known person to bend the truth. So I can only imagine his, let's say, conspiracies are true. But if they are, if they aren't, all I can say is, you know what I'm really happy about?
Shit, if I didn't care nothing about comic books, but that was my job, like to go negotiate that deal, my superiors was like, yo, go get that done. That would be my pitch when I came back to the office. Like, this is how we're gonna get it done.
I don't think you're getting it done. In that situation, I don't think you're getting it done. Because I don't think Sony is gonna be. I think Sony's gonna laugh at you and be like, "Yo, did you see 1? Did you see Venom 1? Did you Venom 2 was? I mean, not. It wasn't Homecoming. It wasn't Far From Home. Damn sure isn't gonna be No Way Home. But shut up. You might want to rethink what the fuck you just came to the table with.
That's a ballsy statement, but
no, that's a very accurate statement. I think if I'm negotiating for Sony right now, after I just renegotiated 3 more movies, you want to renegotiate another 3? Yeah, we gotta talk.
No, we gonna wait.
Okay, don't.
No,
okay, no. You know. I can't even tell you what we could do. I can't even tell you what we could do. I can't even tell you what we
And
could
I would
do.
laugh at your face and be like, okay.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
It wouldn't matter. Like I said, eventually you're gonna cap yourself. And you're gonna package the shit up like a ham because you ain't gonna have nothing else to do. And then what?
It's a comic book. There is no and then what. The and then what is whatever the fuck you wanted to
You're
be.
going to be knocking on the door and be like, yo, can we do a collab with Fantastic Four? And we going to be like, bitch, no.
Point, which
and
is
like,
what I'm
bitch,
sure.
no, but you can sell your shit to me.
Maybe this is the Republican in me. But I'm pretty sure Disney. if I'm running Disney right now. And I'm like, yo, how's that whole MCU thing going? Oh, cool.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
They love it. Oh, they're jumping out their seats. They're screaming. Oh. Well, you know what? I don't know if we should do everything everybody wants us to do right now. You know what? I think maybe we should stretch this out. Oh, boy said he want to do another 3 movies. Oh, that's cute. Cool. Okay. And with us and not with them. Okay, cool. So we get another 3 out of him. And we can take this wherever we want it to go. And then Sony can do what the fuck they want to do in the so-called verse of things. Just like you can do in the so-called verse of things of any other thing that's happened in anything that's related to anything that Stan Lee has created in the last 80 years. Rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Yeah. But you got to think that Iron Man was Iron Man for about 14 years, right? Pretty much about 14 years.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, give or take about 14
10,
years.
15 years, yeah. 15, closer to 15, yeah.
At this point...
Which...
And
greatest comeback role ever. Let's be honest.
Yeah, 100.
Greatest comeback role ever.
But we're going to keep it a being. The story of Spider-Man.
Next to the Black Thunder. The Thunder.
And Tom Holland is younger than us. What, he's like 23?
25.
25?
Checked it a couple days ago. He's 25. I was utterly disgusted with myself because I was like, we look the same in the face. He just white. Why this nigga?
What the fuck? You all right.
Maybe I'm that conceited.
And you think that you're white in the inside. But
didn't say that. I just
did.
said I look better than the nigga.
Yeah, you
I could pull Zendaya.
You can't.
I could. He did. I could.
Nah,
he did.
You
I could. The nigga shorter than me. He's shorter than you. You think you couldn't pull Zendaya?
I think I could.
Okay then, shut the fuck up.
I
don't give a fuck what Kodak Black can do.
Yeah, we too different.
I like his music, nigga. That's it. That's where it starts and stops. And that's only with like song.
Tallahassee.
I don't even know what that mean. I ain't even heard that song. You've heard more Kodak than me at this point. You see how you feel?
No, that was a freestyle. I just did that off the dome.
You just thought that's how Kodak sounded.
Yeah, that shit hard, wasn't it? That shit hard, wasn't it, nigga? That shit hard.
Sounded like something he would have said.
Lil'
I'm not gonna say it was
coming
hard.
soon, nigga.
I'm not gonna say it was hard, but it sounded like something Kodak would have said.
Lil' coming soon. Lil' coming soon.
Heartbreak, nigga Kodak.
Yeah, when it's saying that I'm on threes.
I didn't think he said that on Heartbreak. Look, if you motherfuckers like Spider-Man, you know what you need to do? You need to go see it once. And then if you ain't seen none of the movies before that, you need to go see it twice. And then if you have seen the movies before that, guess what? You need to go see it another twice because you've seen the movies before that. So you need to go see this new one a second time. And if you don't know you need to do that, then all I can tell you is wait till, I don't know, 3 weeks from now when
you
we're
know
back
what?
Recording and we can give you spoilers.
I'll tell you this. I'll be more simpler for you because you doing mad craziness. If you start off today, once you're done listening to this podcast, you start off in either timeline order or chronological order of the
MCU.
Of the MCU. Chronological or release order of the MCU, and watch a movie a day, and watch 3 episodes of the MCU timeline in a row, like a day.
You don't even have to do that, bro.
You can get more. Wait, this is my point. By the time you get through all of the movies, all of the shows and shit on Disney Plus and all that shit, guess what will be on streaming by that time? Eternals, and more than likely Spider-Man.
No way home.
So even if you don't get a chance to go to the movies and shit to go see it,
sure.
Amazon Prime will probably have it in a bag. Somebody is going, you know what I'm saying? Some streaming service is going to have it in
the next month or 3. Yeah.
Because what fucking Shang-Chi came out in August? And that shit was
on every streaming service right now.
But it's available for free if you have a Disney Plus subscription, and that was in November.
Not the same hype though. I feel like when there's more hype, there's a difference.
Shang-Chi and shit like Black Panther applies, I think, realistically more or less toward it has a certain hype because it's an attraction towards a certain race, because there's not many Asian superheroes within the MCU or any universe. So in the same case as Black, well, we got Blade, we got
which we didn't even really acknowledge.
Black Panther, yeah. We got Black Panther, we got Spawn, and we got Green Lantern, depending on which one you get.
I just realized.
And Storm.
Fuck Storm. I love Halle Berry. But I just realized when you said that Spawn is a Marvel character.
Yep.
That is never mentioned in the Avengers. And you know why he's never mentioned in the Avengers?
Because Kevin Feige hasn't offered me the job to direct and write one, because I would be down for that shit.
That and the fact Michael J. White is 50-something years old. And the fact, hold up, that, you know what? No one has ever put respect on Spawn's name like that. From the 90s HBO cartoon to the late 90s live action movie, which was done terribly in terms of CGI.
But it was
fucking amazing.
But it was a better movie than motherfucking the first Mortal Kombat. If we're gonna talk about overall movie in this,
no arguments.
Even when it's done,
no arguments.
All the way through, Spawn turned out better. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a bean. And Mortal Kombat,
turn out better.
Yeah,
that's talking about that time period.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we talking about look back at it, Mortal Kombat in the 90s as a video game movie versus Spawn in the 90s as a comic book movie, done both badly. Spawn is kicking that movie's ass. I'm just keeping it a bean.
Michael J. White, that was his star outside of whatever role
he kept it a bean on
Tyler
that.
Perry gave him in the 2000s. which was significant to a lot of black people. Outside of that role, that motherfucking Spawn role, that's why I know his face. That's what we know that nigga from.
You know that nigga is the burnt nigga from hell that came
fuck.
back.
Nigga, he wanted, what was her name? Tina? Something like that. He wanted his bitch. That's it.
Cause they killed him.
He wanted his bitch, his kids, and just tried to make a deal with the devil. Just make shit, nigga, I just want to go back to normal. And the devil was like, nigga, fuck you.
And
even after you completed my mission. No.
And that's the struggle and what it is. We need to take one more break, and then we're gonna do the Ortega awards. One last for the year.
Oh,
Guess what race it is?
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And we will be out, and you won't see us until next year.
Like 3 weeks from now. Two weeks.
But yeah,
we'll be back. Yeah. And we're back, you motherfuckers. So, before we move on to the next subject, I must ask Mr. Ortega, I must ask Mr. Jorge, and I must ask the fans, the listeners, and everybody associated with this podcast what they think about, regardless of what way you get home when there's no way home, who is the best Spider-Man to ever don the live-action spider suit? Is it Andrew Garfield? Is it Tobey Maguire?
definitely not.
Is it Tom Holland?
Yep.
And or is it the nigga that will be next? Because we don't know if the nigga that's done it will do it the way he needs to do it after he's done it the way he's done it. Just like we don't know if the niggas that did it the way they've done it will still be the way we look at them after they've done it the way they've done it, and now we've moved on to this MCU shit.
I'm not going to give answer 4 because I believe that's a cop-out. But
I'm asking a question. Who's copping out?
No, I'm saying like that's like
you saying you're not going to give a certain answer?
No, I'm not going to say option 4. Option 4 was like whoever's next. And I'm not going I'm not going to give that as an, because that's like, all right, that could be any fucking body.
Fact.
But Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield is number 2.
Wow.
Tobey Maguire is definitely number 3. And I believe his Spider-Man movies were trash.
That is not what the fuck I thought you would say. And why do you, when you say his Spider-Man movies are trash, who the fuck are you talking about?
Tobey Maguire's.
Which ones? All of them? Or like he's the only one to have a trilogy?
2 and 3.
Boy, you trying to get the nerds on us, huh? You said 2 is trash? 2. I give you 3.
That movie is like
trash?
2 hours and 15 minutes, and like most.
This one was 2.5, and I wish it was longer.
And an hour and 45 of the shit was a fucking love story. Like basically, ain't shit happened. The action sequences were like literally 5 minutes in passing. Boom, boom, boom. Some shit happened, and then boom.
It was 2004. What the fuck you want?
I want a fucking Spider-Man movie.
It was that for the time.
I don't want Romeo and Juliet, nigga, with an octopus scientist running through New York, nigga.
We didn't. That was the epitome of fucking superhero movies at the time.
I thought it was trash then.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. It could have done it better then, but at the same time,
It's still
not that. I personally
still
like Spider-Man 1 from Tobey as my favorite. But I know niggas that say that niggas will kill you over Spider-Man 2. Doc Ock and them, nigga, they'll kill you over Spider-Man 2. 3 was obviously a tosser. But I know niggas that'll kill you over Spider-Man 2.
3 was all the way trash. 3 was all the way trash.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both of the Amazing Spider-Mans, even though there wasn't 3 of them. I'm not gonna put motherfucking Andrew Garfield below Tobey Maguire, nigga, because you was the first nigga to do it. Fuck you and your first.
Ain't nobody talking about that. When I'm
don't care.
All I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, if a nigga is showing you his strength, showing you what he do and how he do it, and he show you he do it better than maybe the next man, how can you deny it?
He never did it better than the next man.
You only had one other nigga to compare it to other than Homecoming and Far From Home.
We talking about
Okay,
we
Civil
talking about
War,
Tobey Maguire?
I'm asking you which one you think was the best.
I said Tom Holland.
And you think he was the best out of all three of them because of you think they accurately went through those circumstances I just stated that would get them to that point?
Better story, better character, more relatable.
Niggas will kill you. What? You want the Caucasians to hurt you, don't you?
I got a lot of guns and a lot of bullets.
Hey, time out, nigga, you too.
I'm just saying. Like, nobody gonna hurt me at all, ever. But better story, better character, better actor, better arc.
Why is that?
It's tired. The same old shit been done, tired. If you give me another fucking Uncle Ben, I'm gonna strangle the goddamn director.
You saw Homecoming and Far From Home, right?
I've seen all of it.
Okay, so then you know that the Uncle Ben is not there in their universe. In that Tom Holland universe, there is no specific Uncle Ben. Like I said earlier on the podcast, it's like maybe he died, maybe he was a fuck nigga. Who knows? But we don't know what happened to Uncle Ben in that universe.
Regardless, I don't give a fuck. Tell me, like, the question is, who was the best one? Then, and I'm gonna give you my answer. Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire was straight ass ball sack. His movies were trash, minus the first one. Andrew Garfield did a very good job. I thought it was admirable and where they took the character of Spider-Man and brought it more to
the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
to be clear,
brought it back to the lore of what it was and how it began, and just did their own little twist on it. But it was still entertaining and visually exciting to see. I'm with it.
Okay, well, you know what I can say to that?
I don't give a fuck what you nerds say.
You know what I can say to that? You know what I can say to that? And I respect that. You know what is that all you need? Is that all you need to prove your point? Because I can respect that.
I think that's all I need.
Okay.
Don't at me.
It's a very dark sensibility and sense of humor. But I get where you're coming from, and I think I understand what you mean. By the way, Jamie Foxx did his fucking thing.
I would hope so.
Jamie Foxx did his fucking thing.
I would hope so.
That's not a spoiler. You niggas know Jamie Foxx is in there. Jamie Foxx did his fucking thing. But
you finally get to vote in your first Ortega Awards.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think if you haven't seen that shit, you need to go see it.
You've said that shit like 17 times.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it about another 17 probably before the
end of this all right, I think they understand. Go see it. Go see it, even though they're not paying us.
Yeah, no, go see it. But goddamn it, you know what? Hey, it's nice. It's lovely. You will shed more tears,
or you can just wait like normal people that's not trying to catch a cold or COVID and just wait for it on streaming.
Or you can just wear a mask when you go to the theater, like I did. Either one, and just sit spaces away from niggas, things like that. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter. But what? I can't give. We gotta wait till next year, man. I can't give it to you until you see it, because then I feel bad.
Ortega Awards, yay! 2021, we in this bitch. Now we went through the first couple of ones. I'm tired of talking about Spider-Man and shit. I'm done with it. We talked about the first couple of nominees and everything last week. Hans
Zimmer should win a Grammy, is all I'm saying.
I don't vote on Grammy standards. This is not nominated by Grammy standards.
It's an Ortega Award.
Matter of fact, we gonna call this the Mannies.
What?
Like the Manolos. But the
Kind of
Grammys,
discrediting it a little bit. We gonna call it Tony's dead best friend award
but he was one of the realest niggas of all time.
until Tony got on too much coke. Who was
Doesn't-
also one of the realest
doesn't
niggas of all time.
Yeah, but if you coked out and you kill your homie, does that still make you real?
You coked out.
That makes you unreal.
You blame it on the nigga. Look, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about
gonna
cocaine problem.
Yeah, I'm forever blaming this. Like Tony's not winning this argument. Anyway, best rap album nominees and shit. And this is like mainstream and grimy. Nas, King's Disease 2, Bodie James, Bo Jackson, Vince Staples, J. Cole, The Offseason, Benny the Butcher, Plugs I Met Too. Who you got? Because I know you ain't listening to shit.
I have heard plugs I've met too.
I'm actually surprised about that.
And what was it? The third? What was the one before the Benny Butcher?
The Offseason. J. Cole.
Yeah, I already told you what I think was going to win that category. Look, I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to put this out right now. I'm pretty sure what the Ortega Award ideal will be for my own personal picks. It's probably close to my Grammy picks, bro. That's off season.
My winner is King's Disease 2, Nas.
Now that's funny, only because it was that or that.
Like,
that was the second pick you would have had if that wasn't
King's
on the
Disease
list.
2 was too lit. Like it, and to me too is like a lot of these I judge based off longevity by how long I be, because I would download something to like my phone and listen to it just on shuffle, but how long it stays in a rotation matters. Because it's like if I get tired of it,
Okay.
you know, and since King's Disease 2 has come out, it has not left. And it's been in heavy rotation. Like, I'm going specifically to this album. I love J. Cole shit, and it's in the same, download it too.
Yeah,
but
I kind of see that.
when I put them two neck and neck, the winner for me this year has to be King's Disease 2.
I only said, well, I'm not going to say I only said that. I feel like it's off season because
Off-season had hype,
fuck the hype.
but it had that.
King's Disease had hype. Not the hype.
Nah,
the hype.
it just
J.
dropped.
Cole would have. Yeah, hype.
No, I'm gonna say no one was expecting King's Disease 2 after what King's Disease won of the Grammys. Like no one was thinking he was gonna do another one the following fucking year. When it came out, I was even surprised, and I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like I follow Nas on like 3 different platforms. I was not expecting another one.
Nas ain't the type of nigga to tell you on this platform he about to drop something.
Nah, but he be in studios. You would be able to hear a little clip or something.
No,
nah,
he's
man.
in studios with niggas he want to be in studios with.
Exactly.
He's seen in studios with.
But you already had a major win, and it's like you would think some people would close on that for a minute. Instead, dropped another one.
Well, no, we all know why we didn't. It was because of that one Kanye joint. That's the only reason niggas was like,
Yeah, but
all right, what's he gonna do next? Because that shit was hot.
But I'm saying with
that shit
King
was hot
Disease,
garbage. It wasn't that bad.
with
But it
KD
wasn't
won,
great.
what I'm saying with KD won, he already like redeemed himself. Like I didn't think he needed to do a 2, but I felt like 2 is actually better than 1.
I feel like Nas is Nas, and Nas not about to let nobody outdo him like that.
I just think he outdid himself because I think he was like one of my winners of last year.
If that's the case, I think he got his point across. And I think when I say what I'm saying, I think what I'm saying is still valid because
I don't say it's not.
the off season is, forgive me for saying this, people. The off season is what Illmatic would have been if it got nominated.
Yeah, but here's my thing about the off season. If I'm gonna compare replay value, and like I said, they both is some are albums I bumped on a consistent
Got
basis.
as much replay value as Illmatic.
KD2 has more replay value than the off season. That's what carries
We're not
it.
talking about KD2. We're talking about the off-season versus Illmatic.
Why the fuck are we talking about off-season versus Illmatic right now?
Because I just said the off-season is the new version of Illmatic.
But it didn't have
Even
a
versus
real Nas.
KD2. Even versus KD2. And Benny. Benny went hard.
Yeah.
In the day. How do you tilt that?
By dropping KD2.
Then how do you tilt it?
You don't have to after that. You already lost.
Yeah. And you've already gone unnoticed by these same people.
Moving on. Best producer.
Niggas have that. We're not going to say that. Niggas have unnoticed. The niggas have not noticed multiple Nas albums for years.
But
decades.
I've been saying for the past 3 years, he's been doing his best rapping now.
Yeah.
In general.
And they still not notifying him for
That's
it.
why the fuck I'm notifying him now.
Yeah.
We here. I got a platform. I'm using it. Best producer. The Alchemist. Hit Boy.
So
Harry
KD2.
Fraud. Yes.
Okay.
Who you got?
You said Hit Boy, Alchemist, and who else?
Harry Fraud.
Alchemist.
Yeah, Alchemist this year. I got Fraud.
Skinny Action Bronson put in work.
Fraud put in mad work this year.
Skinny Action Bronson.
Currency.
Both of them.
He always keeps some currency shit. Currency. Jim Jones. That was one of the first rap projects of the year.
I think we speaking in parallels.
He did one of fucking.
Speaking in parallels.
I'm gonna say he did one of Dave East project was his best project, and I think in his catalog now to date, which is Hoffa. Yeah.
We're speaking in parallels.
I'm just saying.
So
Fraud had heat this year. From beginning to end. I would say Hit Boy, but I'm Hit Boy really only had KD2. So it's I can't really say that. So I'm gonna give it to Fraud.
We talking about Young Bird.
No.
You said Hitmaker, right?
Hit Boy.
Hit Boy. So Hit Boy, Harry Fraud, The Alchemist. And for talking about these artists, we kind of got to throw Hitmaker in there because the people that use these people kind of got Hitmaker in there on every album.
We're talking about a producer, nigga.
Yeah, I know, but the producer, the
I
artist,
think Hitmaker beats is trash. To be real, most.
I give you most.
I think they simple. I don't think they make
give you most.
I don't think they make the artist better. I don't think they
depending on what
I don't
it
think
is.
it challenges the artist neither.
I don't think it's supposed
Like
to.
that's
not his bird.
Yeah, but I think for certain artists you bring the most out of. I don't think Ty Dolla $ign or Jeremiah do any better by working with Hit Boy.
I mean, Hitmaker,
but they work with him. But I think it's their worst work. I'm an Eric Bellinger fan, for example.
I'm gonna take that.
I
back.
think Eric Bellinger's, and I love his whole catalog. The one project I'm just kind of on, well, not the one, but the one I'm really kind of on is the one that he collabed with Hitmaker through the whole one.
I don't think that you can collab with somebody, make a hit with them, or what people deem to be a hit with them, and then you end up in a situation where you're wondering what happened. Not right now.
Nigga, make a pick.
I'm still going with Alchemist because of what I just said.
All right, I'm rolling with
Alchemist
Fraud.
is running. Alchemist is still running more lines through shit. For what I just said, Alchemist is running more lines through shit. He got artists. He got songs with every artist you just named plus some.
Yeah, but
niggas is still gonna come to him more than him.
this is the
more than
year,
Hit Boy,
nigga.
more
This
than
is the
anybody
year.
else.
This is not your whole career, my nigga. This is gonna be a whole different list.
I'm
and some of the
talking
same-
about Alchemist. I'm talking about the year Alchemist had for producer.
over fraud.
I feel
don't
like most niggas is still Currency. As many records he might have put out with fraud this year, bro, I promise you, boy, records with or at least no, because Currency fuck with that nigga. As many records he got with fraud, he got with Alchemist,
think
and I feel like they all hot.
Fraud's Currency, Davies, and Jim Jones projects is fire. These are
Hitmaker
collectives.
is a heavy on all of those projects, and you just said you think most of Hitmaker shit is trash.
On whose projects?
Jim's, Davies, for sure.
These are collectives. Like these niggas did they shit.
Yeah.
Harry Fraud produced that. And then did this. That's what he did. Whether you get your little bit of Hitmaker or whatever, I'm not acknowledging him as a nominee.
Okay. He's a producer. How? You said producer.
Cause he all right.
He's a producer.
All right, Fraud wins. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Cause we're going around in a fucking circle about like.
Is Hitmaker not a producer?
He trash. That's why he's not a fucking nominee. Why are you bringing in niggas that's not even fucking nominated? For what?
Because I would not. For what,
You would nominate him for him to not to win and still lose to Alchemist.
Yeah, but I still nominate him. Same way how fucking Harry Fraud would lose. I'm not. Well, no, Harry Fraud's a better producer than Hitmaker, but at the same time, I'm looking for a certain sound from Harry Fraud, just like I might be looking for a certain sound from Hitmaker, which is obviously more pop, I guess, or more relevant, whatever you would call it.
All right. Fraud put up more work and did better work, but you giving it to Alchemist. But it's okay. It's all right.
I just think between Skinny Bronson, Currency, Jim Jones, just them. What they got in the tuck, what they put out, yeah. No, I don't think Fraud is beating Alchemist. I don't think what's the name beating Alchemist? I don't think Alchemist got it. Currency has proved time and time again. Jim Jones proved time and time again. Them two alone should tell you something.
And that's what I'm saying. Fraud wins.
I'm saying Alchemist has done better than what they have done. Those other producers have done for those same artists.
This year?
Yeah.
Give me proof. What? Because now it's bullshit. Like it's
No,
bullshit
it's not
until I
bullshit.
hear it.
It's not bullshit. I was just listening to Jim Jones earlier. Who produced that one shit I was just listening to? The fact you gonna make me look it up is crazy.
Yeah, because it's fucking.
Because you really like.
Because you don't
know.
You don't.
Nigga.
I'm gonna say you don't listen to like albums, so I'm just like, all right, for sure. You can't give me like 4 fucking really lit Alchemist tracks and be like, yeah, that's better than 3 whole fire of Harry Fraud projects.
I can't give you 3 Harry Fraud projects that are better than 4 Alchemist projects.
I said Alchemist songs from the year.
Okay. Didn't Alchemist just produce this? If I'm not mistaken. Producer. Oh, Jim produced that. Oh. All right, you might have me because one of the songs already, I was like, all right, maybe. But I didn't know Jim produced that.
Then you try 5 songs with albums. Like, what? This nigga. And also, I listen to albums. Just letting you know.
Oh, please, nigga.
Just saying.
Heatmakers. Oh, no, that was last year. It's not this year. Okay, no, that's not fair. I just caught that. That's
Argument
not
crumble.
fair.
Argument crumble.
That's not
Argument
fair.
crumble.
That's not
ain't
fair.
fair my ass, nigga. What,
No,
you don't
nigga,
know what
'cause
year you
only
in?
said, no, you only said that because I forgot that shit. That shit dropped the beginning of this year. The fucking fraud department, that shit dropped the beginning of this year.
I said that
Harry
was the
Fraud got it, nigga. Yeah. But I had my years mixed up, I guess. I'm sorry.
The whole argument, I know I'm right. Best R&B soul album. God damn it. Her, back of my mind. Silk Sonic. Snow Allegra, Temporary Highs and Velvet Skies. Georgia Smith, Be Right Back.
Snow or Georgia?
I'm giving it to her. That album's fire. And I
feel like Snow.
and I went back.
I heard all the Snow shit by accident. Snow shit was crazy.
I know I love both of Georgia's and Snow's projects, but Georgia's project to me has no flaws. Snow's project, the only flaw that I have with it, the only thing I take away from it is there's this one song with she has 2 features and 2 produced tracks from Tyler the Creator. One of them is really good. One I just cannot stand, and I think it just doesn't need to be there.
What is it about it that makes you not be able to stand it?
What's
the difference? Because I haven't heard either of them. What's the difference?
I feel like one is her coming into his world as far as the song creation, and it just doesn't work.
Is the other one the opposite of that?
It's balanced. It's balanced. Like
M's done that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the one track you just didn't need on the album. It could have made it so much better. Like it just with the flow of the whole album in its entirety, it just doesn't need to fucking be there. Okay. So like I take away from that, but hers project has no flaws in any way. And on top of that, it is very hard to impress me with a project that's over an hour and keep me enticed through the entire album.
You got a good 50 minutes with me.
Maybe.
If I like you.
Yeah, like maybe.
If I like you, got 50 minutes.
So I'm giving it to her. I think it's one of the best projects of the year. Like, and there's nothing against Georgia. But I'm giving it to her.
Feel like outside of what I've heard from her in the past years, just wasn't as strong this year in terms of the difference. And from what I've heard from Snow Allegra especially.
Snow's project this year was better than her last one. I would say that.
That's what I said, what I've heard from that project especially.
I would say that this one just wasn't the topping one
I don't
yet.
know
Like,
if I'm like
this one wasn't like you.
Her is the one.
I'm definitely rolling with her as the one, but Snow is like a couple steps behind in the game. Like,
I feel like she's a couple steps ahead.
Nah, not this year.
What's the single on her shit?
Back of my mind. One of them. What the fuck is that? It's the one joint she had on the Calyx project.
Wait,
and she has an extended
version.
version.
You know who we forgetting? No.
Ooh.
We're forgetting a new challenger in the lore in the universe.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Somebody else is like this is there to be nominated.
No, somebody that's there to be nominated. I think she knows her quite personally, and she's I think here to stay. Chloe.
Stop it. Let's move.
Did you not hear the record?
Dog, the album is not.
Did you not hear the solo? Did you not hear the joint album? Beyonce didn't tap them for no reason. We gonna really keep doing that to them girls?
Look, I don't think they're that good. Okay, maybe they're not for me.
Maybe look good or not, sound good.
I don't think
they do.
I don't think they're that good.
Chloe specifically, in my opinion. Haley, whatever. Chloe,
They ain't banging.
And I ain't talking about just because she look good.
Them like
girl,
her work
girl
don't bang
good.
with none
what
of them girl shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like
you said what?
Like those that work and any of them put out does not bang with any of them girls' work this year. that I just named on,
I don't think you said it about
including
Chloe.
Silk Sonic.
I don't think you said it about Chloe. I don't know if the other one even put out music. I don't know if she does music separately other than the other girl. But Chloe, in the group, Chloe Haley, some shit like that.
So
I'm talking. I know the girl with the dreads and the fat ass.
So you want somebody to be in the nominees with at least not even as strong as an album just to be nominated?
No, I'm saying somebody whose music I've heard that compared to the other music I've heard in this category,
which is probably
just
like
good.
a total of 8 songs.
Yeah.
Next. Best Grimy Underground. I know you ain't heard nothing on this, like from this at all, so I'm on it. Conway, If It Bleeds, It Can Be Killed. And I'm taping that up with La Machina too.
Okay.
West Side Gun.
Wait. Okay.
Hitler Wears Hermes 8, Side B. Ransom 7. Makhami, Pray for Haiti. Bodie James, Bo Jackson. Benny the Butcher, Pyrex, Picasso. G Herbo 25.
Now, you know the funny part?
You only heard Conway's.
See, that is kind of the funny part.
Yeah, because that's all you've heard.
No, asshole. I was going to say, the funny part is I've heard G Herbo's, heard Benny's, and I've heard Conway's. And I'm going with G Herbo. Not for lyrics, not for popularity or anything like that. I think G Herbo is at that position where he's still, what's the word? It's still where he's at, but then still is
Nothing more need be said. I agree, because that's my winner.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
G Herbo was your winner for that?
Yep, 25. That was my winner. That was my winner. And it was a real hard one because like I was like listening back and forth today between 25, Pray for Haiti, and La Machina, because that's what
you talked about Pray for Haiti for like half a year.
It's one of the best produced projects of this year.
I'll give you that.
And it's a really fire ass.
That's
album.
your boy too.
I have merch for Pray for Haiti, my nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like G Herbo 25 was really fire. Like if
shit was crazy.
When I heard that, I was like, if this is where the Chicago drill scene of niggas are starting to grow from, I like where it's going. I like where it's going. I fuck with G Herbo. I'm a G Herbo fan anyway.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely.
And if I was him, I would have done the same shit and said, I don't know my homies neither.
Moving on.
Best compilation and soundtrack of the year. DJ Snake, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings soundtrack. Griselda, Conflicted soundtrack. Judas and the Black Messiah, All Them Niggas from Chicago. Peter Rosenberg, Late Night. And DJ Khaled.
Wait. Which Peter Rosenberg? Hot 97 or another one?
Hot 97.
Okay. I feel like that's going to bite me in the ass somewhere down the line. What?
But, yeah, those are the nominees.
I'm not a soundtrack nigga, but if I got to go off of it, I'm going off whatever Hov was on, which is the Judas and the Black Messiah one, right?
No, that was the Harder They Fall one. I'm putting that in for next year.
No, you said Judas and the Black Messiah, though. Hov was on that with Nipsey.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that.
That's what you're going to go with.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt my soul.
I'm not a soundtrack nigga. That's a throw out for me.
This is going to be the first one that I'm going to hand out to a Jew.
Because, my God.
Because Late Night is fire.
I probably shouldn't emphasize that.
No. Late Night is fire. Like, as far as a comp, it's fire.
We talking about for a soundtrack, though? You
compilation
feeling like that?
Compilation or a soundtrack.
Yeah, you feeling like that?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Peter Rosenberg's Late Night is like the.
What's it for?
It's his own personal album. It's his own compilation. Just he put it together.
Rosenberg.
Yeah.
From Hot 97.
Yeah.
And it's fire.
Yeah. I said the same shit.
No, but you know what? I'm kind of not surprised because I know the nigga knows good music,
Yeah, and
But
it's not he get into the grimy of hip hop into it. Like he has,
I'm kind of
he got Flea Lord on that bitch, West Side, Conway, Ransom. Like he got
that was my thing.
Yeah.
Is it very New York?
Is
it super New York, or is it hip hop?
It's hip hop New York.
Hip hop.
It's hip hop New York.
Okay.
I
can do that.
Yeah, but it's done very well. It's done very well.
I like Rosenberg.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of motherfuckers like.
But
I like Flea Lord, so there's a lot of Flea Lord on there.
That nigga
but there's like a bunch of motherfuckers on there that I ain't heard really before and like giving them like no real interest. And I thought every track on that bitch was dope. The next one in line to that would have been Judas and the Black Messiah, because I love everything that album stands for and what it is as far as a soundtrack. Like from start to finish, it gives you like as soon as the intro comes on, you get the goosebumps in you. You know what I mean? But it's like overall put together, Peter Rosenberg put a great project together. I can't lie.
Not to cut you off, spinning back to the Marvel shit, because of what you just said with the Judas Black Messiah shit. That's not a Marvel property, but something that was poignant. At the beginning of that Spider-Man movie, the very last, you know how every Marvel movie, you see the Marvel Studio shit, and then it goes through all like the little run through the comic books, and it goes through all of that shit, and it sets in on something. The last nigga you see is Chadwick.
Yeah, you got
Black Panther.
You got to give a shout out to
the
him.
last nigga you see when they settle it in to go into the movie. Last nigga you see is Black Panther touching down. Yeah, bitch. Thought that was dope.
Yeah, if you actually go on Disney Plus now, the intro, that intro is completely done different. If you have a hard copy of Black Panther, like I do too, like I bought it.
I might. I don't know.
It has you know what I'm saying? It has that same Marvel intro, but if you see the Disney Plus streaming version of it now, it's completely done purple and shit instead of red. And it's nothing but Chadwick Boseman and him being Black Panther and everything fluid through the Marvel shit.
I'm trying to remember. Did I go see Black Panther when it came for the premiere? Or did I go see that shit like after?
I saw it way after.
Cause I know
it was like months after.
I remember, but I still remember when I saw it. I still remember like it was mad people in the theater though.
Yeah, it was still packed when I went to go see it, and it was like maybe It was like maybe a month before it came out. Like, on DVD and shit. Yeah, like, it was still mad people in that bitch.
Yeah, that was one of them ones.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was just a dope-ass, like, little... I guess that's an Easter egg I can give y'all when you go see No Way Home.
Stop talking about the damn movie. Album of the year. Just stop. Just stop.
But
Just
stop.
Just stop.
Rest in peace, Chadwick.
Just stop. Album of the year. Nas King's Disease 2. Drake, Certified Lover Boy, because we would never nominate Kanye. J. Cole, The Off Season.
You wouldn't.
Never. Her, Back of My Mind. Silk Sonic.
That's King's Disease.
Agreed. Moving on. Artist of the Year. This is the last one. Nas, Drake, Conway, Benny the Butcher, Her, J. Cole.
Artist of the Year. Say that again.
Nas,
the lineup.
Drake, Conway, Benny, Her, J. Cole.
Why are Benny and Conway in the same lineup?
Multiple
Tiger Awards. I'm asking you.
Both. What do you mean? You want me to compliment as Griselda? That's why you.
No. I wasn't saying nothing to say that. I was just saying you got two niggas from the same label that you like probably equally or a little bit less or a little bit more than other ones in the same lineup
because they make their own shit. Like they like you. Yeah, Benny had 3 projects. All in all, his camp. Conway had 2 projects. All in all, his camp. And not to mention what they did feature wise on their own. Benny is signed to Def Jam. Conway is Interscope and he has his own thing, drum work. Westside is over and has an Interscope deal, I think too, but he is Griselda. They all come together to make Griselda, but they all in their own separate things. So what they do within a year technically doesn't come through as a Griselda thing. They bring each other in because they family. Duh. But that's why. Benny had 3. Conway had 2. Both was fire. Like, all of them was fire. And if you can do it more than once, consistently, like, right now, if we looked at this like 2009, 2010, Gucci Mane would be in this conversation. Because Gucci was releasing project after project after project after project after project. Them shit was fire.
Yeah,
Wayne was doing the same thing. Wayne would be in the same thing.
You can't make a Griselda out of that.
What are you talking about?
You can't make a Griselda out of Gucci, Wayne, and whatever they build. You can't even do that. That's not a thing.
No, but my point is, they 2 separate people.
Yeah.
Release projects that were all fire. Why can't they be 2 separate people in the same category for Artist of the Year? Why not?
Because then my question, because this is the Ortega Awards, I guess, my question would be, then why isn't Westside in that conversation?
Reason why, and it's honest, I don't think he had between Harlem-Verse Hermes 8, side A or B, and I'm a mega fan.
That's why I'm asking this question.
Then I'm giving an unbiased opinion as
I
well.
know. I can tell.
Yeah. Them 2 projects wasn't better than Conway's 2 or better than Benny's 3. Her had a consistent on pretty much all year. Westside came in at the end. J. Cole, similar to. Drake as far as numbers overall, and Nas is Nas overall. If I'm going to compare that to, and I would say, if I'm going to judge both Harlem-Verse Hermes 8s and cap it down into a grade, it would be like an 8.
That's a pretty good album for most people.
For 2, yeah, it would be an 8. But I look at these artists from what they've done is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Mm-hmm. So how am I going to compare these 10s?
With the 10s.
Yeah, it's not saying that it's bad, but it's like, how am I going to compare these 10s?
I'm just glad you said it, because I was like, I heard all the, like, since we've talked about it since it came out, I have heard all of Harlem-Verse Hermes 8, and I liked it, but it fell in line with a lot of other Westside projects for me, where I was like, it's Westside.
See, my only thing is, and was about what was side, because I love side B, but side A felt like Fly God is an awesome guy too, where it was like a lot of features on the shit, and the features kind of carried the songs for the most part, and it seemed like he was just less involved outside of his one verse, you know what I mean, like per track, and it just didn't seem like one of them. But side B seemed complete to me. Like, that's one I love more, and I like side A, even though it's like it's not all the way like what I love the most out of it, because there's a lot of Stove God on that shit, and everybody know I fuck with Stove. So it's like I get something out of it, but overall,
you can't give it credit just because of the feature.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't over.
You can't give a whole album credit just because of nigga feature.
That's what I'm saying.
That you love.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like I can't push it that far.
That's like Hove featuring on the Big Sean album. I like Big Sean. I love Hove.
Right.
If Hove is on every song, I'm gonna listen to the whole album.
Yeah, that's like, how it was with Jay Electronica, nigga. Like, we listened to it for the whole.
Yeah, perfect example.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was that. Like, I really don't think that shit was worth a Grammy nomination, like, at all. I think that shit was kind of insulting.
I won't go there.
Nah, like, I think that was insulting. I think that shit was insulting.
I don't think we needed to wait 12 years for the shit, but I think old boy did his thing.
Anyway, who you give it to? Because I think my pick would probably shock you.
What was the category again? We went through all
Artist of the Year.
And it was Benny, Conway, Nas,
Drake,
Drake. Who else?
J. Cole.
2021. Y'all gonna hate me. Drake.
Won't do it this time for OVO. Won't. I can't.
Drake.
I can't even do it for
Drake
OVO
for
this
me.
time. I can't even do it for OVO this time.
I'm going back to CLB more than any other album right now. Outside of Jim Jones, outside of street shit, I'm going back to CLB for like mainstream shit consistently. And I love King's Disease. You know how I am about that M remix. Shit, that nigga just remixed that M just remixed Venom. He did the same song on a whole new beat. I don't know when he did it or who told him to do it. I don't even know if it was on the project when Venom 2 dropped or not, but I know I got hopped on Tidal earlier today, and the song Venom, the lyrics from the original when Venom 1 dropped that he had for that song for the movie has a whole new beat behind it, and it sounds just as fucking great. I don't know if he did that, if they switched it up for No Way Home. I don't know what the fuck happened. I wasn't keeping up with that album because I honestly, for an Eminem song, I didn't think the follow-up from Let There Be Carnage, his little new song for that, I didn't think that was that great. Because he had Mozzie on there, he had Russ on there, he had Skylar Grey on there. It was good, but it wasn't like it was off Venom 1. And he re-dropped Venom 1 remix. I don't know if there's no connection or not, but this shit was fire.
My pick is Benny.
I'm still going with Drake. Why are you going with Benny? Didn't even have half the year Drake had.
He had a whole year.
Not that Drake had. They had 2 completely different years.
His come up is his trajectory is crazy, and
trajectory, he's almost 40.
Nigga, you haven't been there now. Like he hasn't been here that long.
I know, but
Nigga,
he's also almost 40.
We said the same shit about 2 Chainz when Boats 1 came out. So,
yeah, but Chainz was like 33 when we said he was almost 40.
And that's like, almost 40, nigga.
Benny is like 37. It's a difference. It's a bit of a difference.
Tana Talk 3 came out around the same time, like with Boats 1 would have came out as far as
Nobody gave a fuck about.
I
see where you going.
I was say do that.
I see where you going.
Say that.
I see where you going.
Say that. Say it. Say it. Do that. Say it.
I see where you
say
going.
It. Say nobody cares about Tana Talk 3.
I see where you going. I see where you going. I see where you going. Continue.
The plugs I met too.
Continue. I see where you going.
Pyrex Picasso. And shit. Break the Pyrex with that he did with 38 Special Trust. He was along with the Conflicted soundtrack album. So
what does that count for?
It was a part of your year.
I would stop it there. I would stop it there. Yeah,
but
I would stop it there.
That's a top to bottom all the way.
That whole soundtrack is women,
Conflicted.
Empowering women about fighting women. I think.
You did not listen to the fucking album at all. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I didn't listen to.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You talking about the shit that what's the name's on, right? The movie shit.
No, you didn't. No.
You what are you?
I said Conflicted.
Yeah,
the soundtrack.
The soundtrack.
It has nothing to do with like
Cardi B isn't on that soundtrack.
No.
What someone am I thinking of then?
Someone that ain't nominated or we ain't talked about, nigga. It ain't worth it.
Cardi B is definitely nominated for a Grammy she has a single that's definitely nominated for something
give a fuck about
in
Grammys.
A boxing fucking movie. Oscar, Grammy, whatever the fuck it is, something is nominated.
That's for the Halle Berry movie that just came out. No.
She got something for the soundtrack.
That's not what I'm talking about, though, nigga.
Okay, go ahead. I'm pretty sure that's what the fuck she was saying.
And this is why my final pick always raises more like holds more water because this nigga don't even know what the fuck is nominated. You just picking off of names and shit.
No, nigga, I thought that song.
That's why your FanDuel
I thought we were
ass.
talking about the same soundtrack. So then I thought
That's why your FanDuel is ass. Like that right there. You be picking off of names and shit. Like that right there.
Why you giving niggas my bets?
I ain't saying your bet. I'm saying you bet bad, nigga.
Why you giving niggas my bets?
Matter of fact, you should actually start posting your bets so I could retweet it and be like, yo, whatever
Don't
this
bet
is,
this.
don't bet this. Do not bet this.
Unless it comes to the Lions, I mean, I usually win with them. I figured out the algorithm with the Lions. I think the
Just always bet the lose.
My bad. That's for another episode. That's for next year.
Always bet to lose. If you betting on the Lions, bet to lose.
No, you don't bet to lose. You bet to win. But then you lose in other areas. So then you win more at the end.
I have a theory that there's no such thing as a Detroit Lions fan. There's only a thing as a dysfunctionally and unstable Michigander.
I can't argue that point.
Yeah.
And you, as a fellow unstable Michigander,
I'm a Raiders fan. I'm sorry.
But you're an unstable Michigander. I also believe
because I live in Michigan right now. It makes you unstable.
Nigga, you're from here.
Yeah, but it makes you unstable. You go to other places where the people are not as much as assholes, and it's something different. You go to like East Coast where it's like New York, and people are way more assholes, and your shit turns up.
It's plenty worse in other places.
That's what I'm saying. In certain places, you turn up more because of the fact that more people are assholes. New York is one of those places. Everyone's an asshole for the most part. Hey. So it's kind of like easy to, like, if I need to get through the day, I might need to be a little bit more of a dick than I normally am. Just because everyone around here is a dick.
Hey.
Just saying.
My pick is my pick.
Yep. Your pick is, you don't know. So,
what you mean? I just gave you my pick.
Congratulations, yay to all of our winners, even though my co-host still never listens to music. We got one last segment.
What do you mean? I told you about half the albums I have listened to was what that was based on.
We got one last segment, and we will get the fuck up out of here because I want to go home, and it's way past my bedtime. So what is this great one last great guess what race it is from this racist person that has for some reason a purple and turquoise unicorn on no, it's not a unicorn, it's like, what is it, like a fox on your bed?
It's a bear.
Is it a bear?
It's a bear.
It's not an ocelot. Ocelots have spots
and they're way skinnier. Ocelots are skinny as fuck.
I still want one though.
But very small, right?
Anyway, my co-host has stuffed animals in his room. So, what's your...
That was kind of always the case.
What? Jesus Christ.
Why?
Don't wonder anything. A fucking random Minnie Mouse is going to pop out of an event now that you done said something.
Sometimes you gotta have Mickey to run you down with the sticky. So
nah.
You cannot be sticky when you get icky when Mickey come through. You dig?
Nah, because remember when we was doing this podcast in the trap and there was all types of Mickey Mouses running around in this bitch? I don't think it was really comfortable.
All right. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I will give you that. That was kind of nasty.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest, bro. Had New York City rats, like Popeye's chicken rats in that bitch. Still getting it done.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Popeye's chicken rats.
Popeye's chicken rats.
Hip hop. Hood rats. Real nigga rats that ended up not being real niggas all culminate into what we call, guess what race it is? To some degree, I guess. I don't know. But guess what? At the end of the year, goddammit, this is the last segment we got for you niggas, and I hope you enjoy it. So I have to ask you, Mr. Ortega, while Jorge isn't in the room, I hope he finds his way back in before I end my description of what the race may or may not be for this situation. I gotta ask you, if, and only if, in this universe, if a man has been jailed for stealing $23,000 from his ex-girlfriend's bank account by pulling her eyelids open while she was asleep to activate her phone's facial recognition feature, then if you yourself could do that, would you do it? And would you do it in lieu of 3.5 years in a jail that may or may not support your way of thinking?
Would I do it?
Would you, Jose Ortega, do it? And then would you yourself as this person in need apparently of $23,000, would you do it? And if you did do it, then what race would you be, sir?
I could definitely be a nigga, but I can. What I would say about this is this: this situation is unique in the sense of it's petty enough to happen to, to one of the dirty whites. So I think that's possible. But
anything is possible in this universe.
But if I'm a 45, 50-year-old nigga that wears red tees, Wrangler pants, and dirty Reeboks, and still thinks that the Averex jacket is hot to go to the club in, I could definitely still see that could be the person too. But I'm going to do my best acknowledgement ever, and I'm going to say one of the dirty whites.
I have to tell you, you are wrong, sir.
It was a nigga in an Averex jacket, wasn't it?
It was not even that. You were so far off.
He was Asian?
Yes, sir.
Oh!
The 28-year-old man only identified by his surname, Huang, was sentenced to 3.5 years in a Nanning. In Nanning, I guess Nanning is some sort of prison in China. He was sentenced to 3.5 years in Nanning. Maybe it says Nanning, Nanning. In southern China over the elaborate theft. The Global Times reported he was convicted of using his ex-girlfriend's fingerprints to unlock her phone while she slept in her apartment in December last year. He then pulled up her eyelids while she slept to activate the facial recognition so he could access her online banking app, according to authorities. That is not pimping, that is simping. Huang transferred the equivalent of $23,000 US. Huh?
So that's not a vibe?
No.
Okay. No. All right.
Not on my part of the multiverse. No.
Well,
not on my half of the multiverse.
Somewhere an antenna popped up and I heard just Joe Budden just came across from New Jersey. Was like, that's a vibe.
That probably did happen.
Yeah. He would think that's a vibe. Damn well.
I feel like there's a dirty Joe Budden antenna somewhere.
He would be like, that's a vibe. Like,
yeah.
No, it's not a vibe. But okay.
There's an antenna somewhere there deep in the boroughs of New Jersey that pops up when dirty Joe Budden niggas are around.
Yeah, and they usually steal our content too.
He's never gonna unblock me.
No,
okay.
He's not.
Huang transferred the equivalent of $23,000 out of his ex-girlfriend's cash and line of credit account. The ex-girlfriend went to police as soon as she noticed the missing money and reported Huang and determined that it had been transferred by him. I guess we don't have to guess what race it is. You already guessed it. It's an Asian nigga from China stole $23,000 from his bitch while she was sleeping.
Boy, she wasn't shit.
Is that some dirty shit? Yes, it is. But if I'm a nigga that think I can get 23 racks in my bitch, I gotta go deeper than the Zelle account.
But what if she ain't shit? So you gotta do what you gotta do.
I gotta go deeper. Hey,
What's
look,
next?
see, look, this is my problem with homeboy right here. This is my real problem. When I heard this story, I said, okay, cool. You robbed your bitch for 23 racks, right? Cool. What you didn't do, what you didn't account for, was the fact that when you Zelle this, when you Cash App this, when you Stripe this, whatever, you know what I mean? Your name on it.
Yeah.
You ain't set up no buffer,
No.
a Kickstarter,
No.
a VPN,
No.
nothing.
No.
So you kind of like,
He's the world's not smartest Asian. So we're gonna move on.
yeah, okay. And you know what? That's a perfect segue into the newest. Guess what race it is?
He's Asian.
Well, you would think so, off of that story, but he's not.
Hawaiian.
And if he
is still
was,
Asian.
I wouldn't tell you. But no, he's not. You know what he is? It's crazy.
Find it and read it after you go through all of your OnlyFans memes.
Hey, watch it.
I ain't watch shit.
Here we go. Round 2, you motherfuckers. Guess what race it is? Cannot show the man to the left of me. Man that is man's himself allegedly robbed a bank and then, are you ready for this? Went to the ATM outside of the bank he robbed to deposit the money. Guess what race it is?
White man, Florida.
Wrong. White man, California.
What part of California?
Santa Monica.
That's Florida.
According to reports,
But I was right though. White man, that's some stupid shit.
how the fuck your first name Mick Roberts? How the fuck that's your first name, my nigga? Your first name, no, like your first name is Mick Roberts.
I seen a picture of that nigga. That nigga looks like he's like a child rapist. Like he looks like a terrible person. Look at this nigga. How would you pull this up? Like, oh my God, look at this motherfucker.
He look like a Florida man, don't he?
Yeah. You know what? His license probably says Florida, but he was captured in California.
Mick Roberts Williams. How the fuck you got two last names? Mick Roberts Williams, 44.
Clearly.
Allegedly robbed Wells Fargo Bank in Wilmington by passing a note to the teller, which I figured. After getting an undisclosed amount of money, police said Williams left the bank and went directly to the ATM at the back of the building where he deposited the money as if
He just stole?
He was arrested at the scene and charged with second-degree robbery. His bond was set at $6,000 for the young hood children. That is 6 racks.
If he can get out on bail, son, like Tijuana isn't that far, dog. He can start a new life. It's not too far out of the whack. You know what I mean? You can walk across the border. So, you feel me?
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, it is how it works.
No.
Yeah, it is how it works.
No.
You just go and disappear.
I don't believe that.
That's how it works.
I don't believe that.
They still got paper records in my country.
That is true.
Like,
I've seen that in documentaries.
yeah, like
so
you can just go walk across that
Y'all should,
motherfucker,
like,
disappear.
burn that shit and start over.
No, we like it that way. It works.
It's not healthy.
It works.
It doesn't.
It works.
Where are you?
For us? Huh?
This is what I said. Where are you?
Here? But that's not by choice.
Nah, I mean, like, grand scheme, world power. Where are you?
Neutral.
You're like our best cousin.
Neutral.
Yeah. Our favorite cousin.
And you know why we remain neutral?
Because if Colombia act the fuck up, y'all gonna get with them, and then we gonna have to destroy all of you niggas.
We the reason why.
Jesus, that is racist. I should not.
My country is the reason that the white man across
killed half my own people.
across the country, across the world can actually get up and function throughout their day. You know why? Because you know what the white man stock record needs? You know what he need?
Samuel Jackson?
He needs his cocaine. And who's gonna get him his cocaine?
Samuel Jackson?
No.
Nick Fury can make things happen.
El Chapito.
Nick Fury can make things happen.
Nick Fury ain't trapping kids.
I feel like El Chapo is the Nick Fury of our world.
He's not.
We don't know that.
El Chapo is El Chapo.
I feel like he
of
could be
like
both.
El Chapo.
I feel like he could be both.
Wait till he built the next tunnel, nigga. That shit gonna be
feel like
lit.
you're underestimating your own dude.
Watch when he builds the next tunnel, nigga. That shit gonna be lit. And at the end of that bitch, they gonna find Maybach tires at the end, at the bottom of that bitch. They're like, this nigga drove a Maybach today. Yes.
Nigga, they was surprised he rode a motorcycle through the bitch.
Next time it's gonna be a Maybach.
It might be a little too fancy.
Look, if I'm gonna build a tunnel and get the fuck out of here for one last time and disappear for real, I'm Maybaching it out of there. I'm still gonna kill all the workers and tunnel workers and shit because you know what I'm saying, can't leave no witnesses. You know what I'm saying, no proof or nothing like that. But still, good. I'm out.
Okay, so I gotta spin it back on you. Harry Fraud, Alchemist, or Hitmaker.
Hit boy.
Hit both.
Nah.
Hitmaker and Hit Boy for your motherfucking outro music.
For my outro music?
You, Scarface, leaving your situation right then and there. What's your outro?
If I had if like one of them producers,
Jim Jones on Harry Fraud, because it's got to be Jim, right? He's not leaving the Migos.
I'm North End Jim Jones.
Yeah, you got to leave the Jim. So is it Hitmaker Jim? Is it Harry Jim? Is it Alchemist Jim? Is it Jim? Jim produced shit his damn self. Is it Jim? What is it? Wasted Talent was crazy.
It's Heatmaker's Jim.
Well,
can't refute that one as Heatmakers. Like,
what was the name of the project? El Capo. Sometimes you gotta have crystal occasions, my nigga.
Man, I'm just saying. Oh my God, my back. All right, we will be back next year. Like, share, subscribe. Enjoy your holidays and shit.
Stay safe. Be safe, though.
Yeah. Stop teaching your children to believe in Santa Claus. It's actually kind of weird and low key. I believe it's not proof scientifically, but I think it kind of leads to how some kids end up fucking around with a fat white dude with a beard. I think that's kind of gross.
I feel like we should bookmark that for like the first episode of next year. Like, I feel like that's a good conversation to get into.
It's a little weird, you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
that's why it's a good conversation to get into.
Yeah, you know,
Kinda.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Like
the weirdness of the fact that Santa Claus is a thing.
I think it's even weirder that
black or not.
I think what's
whatever.
weird about that shit, and we'll talk about it like in the next episode. But people really feel comfortable enough to like put their child on some random fucking fat dude's lap multiple times a day because it's just like the season, and it's like, fam.
Do you not? Does your kid have no? Not affliction, but affiliation or idealism associated with Santa Claus? And do you not, like, are you not taking her to the mall to have a picture taken with some fat white dude in a beard?
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so who's her Santa Claus? A black dude?
Nigga,
sure.
Me.
What? So when you say that, does she think you're Santa? Or does she think that, like, you just, like, that doesn't exist?
I didn't really want to kill my daughter's hopes of Santa. But, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? She's a kid. You can't, you know,
yeah, that's what I'm
you know
asking.
what I mean? Right. But I
I want to know the best way to run it my damn self because I think the white man coming down the fucking chimney is ridiculous. My damn self.
but my daughter is smart, so I kind of left it as like the first year. I'm like, yeah, how could Santa get in here? We don't have a chimney, and there's all these presents. So I kind of left it in her head to kind of like, oh, we buy it for you, you know what I mean? And then like she really didn't like register. So the next year it was kind of like, all right, you believe in Santa. And that's cool. You're a kid. But it's like she knows now that we buy the presents and we the ones that wrap them.
I never thought about that. How do you tweak that story for a child? Like, because me and you, shit, even George, we all grew up in, like, quote unquote, houses, right? Yeah. To where if you wanted to run that Santa Claus game coming down the chimney, you would run that. How you run that in an apartment?
I don't think any way.
Or whatever you in.
I don't think
not
any.
A house. How you run that?
I don't think there's any way that I deem practical for future ways would be smart. Like to say
not
to
past a certain point.
You know what I'm
right?
saying? Just like say to a kid, like, oh yeah, like he just comes in through the window and because we don't have a chimney, and then that
like after you like 7.
Yeah, but what
Relax.
I'm saying is, it's like I wouldn't want to say that shit because what if one day someone is really trying to break into the crib and your kid just thinks that it's Santa and shit, you know what I mean? But it's really
how dumb is your kid where they think it's fucking Christmas when it's not Christmas, or it is Christmas time and they think just some random nigga is coming through the window?
Nigga, it's robbing season.
Right.
Like,
so why
we know it's robbing season.
Right. I feel like your child, when you in the spirit of Christmas, I feel like if you're raising a kid.
My daughter's 4. She don't know what robbed is yet.
Exactly. Right. Let me finish. I feel like in the spirit of Christmas, if you fucking doing that, you can tell the difference between the quote unquote Santa Claus figure that may have built up in your head, be it you or not, whatever it is not maybe the classical idea. A dude crawling through the window, yeah, you gonna be like, hey, yo, Pops, I think this shit ain't you. She ain't gonna think that nigga Santa.
If you in a Santa Claus suit, you might.
This ain't Friday after next, nigga. What nigga robs a house in a Santa Claus outfit?
I would.
That's trying to rob a house.
I would during the Christmas season.
You gonna rob a house in a Santa Claus outfit? That's kind of...
Yeah. But you know the way
I feel like that.
But you know how allegedly I
like
would do a heist. So
yeah, that's why I said I feel like that's just bad. I feel like you shouldn't do that way.
Santa
Are
Claus.
there kids in the house when you do this?
Who cares? I feel like if I'm grimy enough to rob somebody and like rob somebody's house in a Santa Claus outfit during holiday season, specifically to rob, like, I really don't care if there's kids in the house at that point. If I'm that grimy, who cares?
I just feel like if I'm robbing you a week before Christmas and I'm trying to get in your house, I ain't trying to look friendly anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not trying to look like your friendly neighborhood Santa
Claus shit involved.
Yeah,
like the kids can tell them stay upstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say look, we ain't saying shoot the kids or nothing like that. We ain't saying like you gonna be on some
kids.
Fuck the kids.
Rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
Rest in peace, but fuck the kids.
Fucking kids.
Damn. Anyway, episode 186, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We will be back next year in 2022, as we will be aging another year into oblivions. If we still here and shit, you know what I mean? Because mad crazy weather and shit. It was like 80 degrees earlier this week in December and shit.
It was like
then it was
40.
Yeah, and then it was a tornado, and then it and then the next thing
hurricane.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, like this morning and shit, there was 2 penguins knocking on my door, and they were Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? But
ain't shit been right since Dr. Strange fucked up, man.
Ain't shit been right.
Hey, look, we'll see you niggas next year.
Mad love, mad respect, peace, love, happiness, smoke weed, spread love, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. We probably have something coming for you next week. That's a little special something. It's not going to be live, obviously. But, hey, Next year we on it. We out it. We got it. And we still podcast better than you niggas.
Always.
Any niggas that want to start podcasts in next year, just be on notice that whether you rap, whether you podcast, whether you write, whether you got homies that do that, guess what? We do it better than them.
Yeah.
And if you ain't know that, and you don't know that,
Yep. So
now you do.
be sure to tune in when we be back for episode 187. Before you get 187s. You did.
Ain't that a great number to start the year off with?
It's the first one.
That's fucking crazy, ain't it?
It's murder.
And that's not a shot
No,
at the Ja Rule.
No, it's not a shot at the job.
We out.
Fuck Murder Inc. too. Hey.